Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Tonight, the Champions League action is back with Bayern versus Paris Saint-Germain. PSG 1-0 down heading into the away leg. They've really got to turn something around tonight at the Allianz Arena. Of course, we have Milan-Tottenham going on alongside. That kickoff will be delayed by 10 minutes due to something going on in London. Presumably AC Milan have got stuck in traffic and didn't arrive on time. But alas, at least the game we're watching tonight is actually starting at the time we expected. So Harry joins me again.
Hello everybody. As you say, huge game tonight. You know, obviously Bayern going into this game with a 1-0 advantage, but that is very small in the grand scheme of things. One goal and PSG are level. It's going to be a really close game, a really good game. Few big omissions for both sides. They're both not their strongest, but it still should be a fantastic tie. And as you say, in London, Tottenham versus AC Milan, kick-off delayed, but once that does eventually get underway, that should also be a really good game. Conte, I believe, is back on the touchline tonight.
Yeah, and we will tune into the last 10 minutes of the first half and of the second half of that Milan-Tottenham game, since it will, due to the delay, it will go into half-time and full-time. So, we'll stay on for that at the end. And, of course, if either game is to go to extra time and penalties tonight, we will be here for the full stretch. So, make sure to book out your evening, because we've got probably 2 hours, maybe more, football to bring you. But Junior, welcome to the stream. Already putting some predictions in chat. And of course, welcome XZ and Chelsea fan as well. I'm going to put my phone onto data quickly and then we'll get into those lineups, of course. Chelsea win, by the way, 2-0 up. I saw Chelsea fan mention that.
Need to respond Chelsea women after losing the cup final to Arsenal on Sunday.
Of course. Shall we get into some lineups then? Of course. Bayern, the home side tonight, so we will start with then. Jan Sommer, between the sticks, flat four of Stanisic, of Meccano, De Ligt and Davies. No space for João Cancelo, already complaining of a lack of game time at Bayern.
Also, no Pavard after he got sent off in the first leg.
Indeed. Then a pivot of Goretzka and Kimmich. Coman on the right, Musiala on the left, Captain Thomas Muller in attacking midfield, and Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting leads the line. Sadio Mane not fit to return just yet.
Choupo-Moting facing his former side, Kingsley Coman was the difference maker in Paris.
No Leroy Sané tonight either for Bayern Munich.
A lot of misses for Bayern, but
he starts on the bench
for PSG.
As does Mane. As for the opposition at Paris Saint-Germain, no Neymar, of course, out with his long-term injury. Other than that, fairly decent side. Donnarumma between the sticks, no surprises there. Then Danilo Pereira in at centre-half alongside Ramos and captain Marquinhos.
So a flat three.
Yes, indeed. Hakimi at right wing-back, Mendes at left wing-back, then a midfield three of Fabian Ruiz, Verratti and Vitinha. The front two then, Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi. As very weak as that you can look behind them, Mbappe and Messi completely changed.
Interesting the system change to go to a three back and have three in midfield. I guess they want to try and we know Bayern are going to get it wide, but also they're very strong in the middle. So I guess PSG are just covering all bases.
Yeah,
it's a really obviously PSG at a disadvantage. They've got to go away to Munich tonight, and they have to win if not they're out. But whoever gets knocked out tonight, it's a big underachievement for them.
Yeah.
You think if we see Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe knocked out the Champions League round of 16 stages, or Bayern Munich, getting knocked out in the round of 16 after. This was the Champions League final 2 years ago.
It was, and of course in that game, Kingsley Coman, the boy from Paris, was the difference maker for Bayern Munich.
He was the difference maker in the first leg 3 weeks ago.
Kingsley Coman loves a goal against his former side. Of course, came through the PSG academy, born in the city of Paris. But since then, all he's done is absolutely ruined Paris.
Yeah, just score PSG
every opportunity. But we are 5 minutes away from kickoff. Any other things to discuss?
I mean,
you went here for the first leg.
Yeah, that's the problem. I can't really judge on what happened in that game.
Well, Bayern looked good for most of the game. PSG had spells of dominance, especially when Kylian Mbappe came on in the second half. Obviously, Mbappe did score, ruled out for offside, though Nuno Mendes was just offside. But other than that...
Could that be the difference maker tonight, that Mbappe is there from minute one?
It could, but I still think Bayern are a stronger team. It's going to come down to whether Kylian Mbappe can carry this PSG side. With a Lionel Messi can come with some magic as well, of course. It's not just the Mbappe show.
I think if you get a free kick in a dangerous area, 9 times out of 10, Lionel Messi will put that top corner.
Yeah. But yeah, running up to the stream with the classic high full stop. We'll get into our predictions now, I think, because obviously we've got 2 games to do. Should we start with Tottenham, AC Milan, if you want?
As I said, obviously that will be kicking off in about 10-15 minutes. But yeah, Tottenham need a response. I don't think they're going to get it. I think AC Milan will just be strong enough. Although it'll be a very close game. Both teams out of form, to a certain extent. But I will go 1-0 Milan again. 2-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night, and it'll be a goal through Olivier Giroud.
I follow a similar thinking. I'll go 2-0 Milan, though. I think just Tottenham are terrible.
They are rubbish.
But yeah. Chelsea fan says Tottenham 2, AC Milan 0. What's looking at the final chat? We haven't set one yet. Do you want to do that quickly before kick-off? We're about to get underway. I was wondering where it got. I thought I'd accidentally hidden it, but no. We will have a poll and chat in just a moment for everyone to vote in before tonight's game gets underway. But yeah, Bayern Munich versus PSG should be a cracker. I'm expecting big things. I think this is the more interesting game tonight. Bayern PSG extra time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to put Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, don't worry, you don't have to try and spell Paris Saint-Germain out. But yeah, XZ is also going. I'm just going to quickly leave a vote on that poll so I can see the chat. But yeah, XZ's prediction is 2-2. So obviously Milan would progress, therefore. But yeah, in terms of the game here then that we are actually watching, FC Bayern Munich versus PSG, what is your prediction?
I think PSG will give it a good go, but Bayern will just have enough at home. I will go 1-1 on the night, 2-1 to Bayern Munich on aggregate. It'll be a Kylian Mbappe goal for PSG, and then a Leon Goretzka goal for Bayern Munich.
Fair enough. I have a bad feeling PSG are going to overturn this. Ooh. Much as it's not what we want to see as fans of not oil clubs. I am going to go 2-0 PSG, a complete overturn. I'm going to go for a double from Kylian Mbappe.
Fair enough.
It's just an incredible player, isn't he? Just an incredible footballer, and I think he will demonstrate that on one of the world's biggest stages.
Fair enough.
The Allianz Arena, a beautiful stadia, and it should play host to what should be an excellent game tonight. We're about to go underway. Exit going 3-1 Bayern, so that would be 4 on aggregate. That would be quite the shock if PSG were to go out in dramatic fashion. I'm going to scroll back and see if I can see any predictions. Exit joked that it would be 5-1 Milan.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone, get your predictions in the poll.
Junior is going 2-0 Bayern and 2-0 Tottenham. So Tottenham to overturn it in that game. That seems more unrealistic than Milan winning 5-1.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah.
Be interesting. Tottenham turn up, though. Tottenham can turn up when they need to.
No, they won't. Tottenham plays. Their style of play is so boring.
But AC Milan are struggling at the moment.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, we'll see.
Send Tottenham to Stockport and they'd lose 3-0.
They beat Preston.
Yeah, it's Preston, not Stockport.
Stockport would probably beat Preston.
Stockport ballers.
We're not in Stockport. We're not in Preston. We're in Munich. Very different places.
Yeah.
But yeah, change the system for PSG. Be interested to see whether that pays off or not. But I don't see either side running away with this. I think it's been a really close game and very competitive right to the final whistle.
Fair enough. And then in terms of the poll and chat, 6 votes so far, 67% Bayern Munich, 33% PSG. Make sure to get your votes in that if you haven't already. Chelsea fan getting the prediction there just before kickoff of Bayern 2, PSG 1. We're about to get underway here at the Allianz. It's PSG with the kickoff. I believe that's Vitinha over the ball. But yeah. Other than that, we are now underway. They knock the ball back. And Bayern Munich PSG get us started in tonight's fixture. Musiala already applying the pressure. Pereira back to Donnarumma. And now Donnarumma happy just to relax on the ball. And now he can play that forwards. And PSG look to get started quickly here. Mbappe loses the header. Stanisic kicks it off. And that's going to be a PSG throw on the far side. Did we miss Ibrahimovic transfer to Bayern Munich? Yeah, of course, not Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the Bayern Munich substitute bench. A Rayon Ibrahimovic, fantastic youngster.
Yeah.
Alphonso Davies now with the ball. Knocks it to Kimmich. Kimmich to Upamecano. And now they can come forwards once again. Bayern. Musiala has to get away from Verratti and then goes back. It looks like it's going to be a back three tonight with Koeman operating as a right wing back and Davies as a left wing back. So Stanisic operating in a sort of right centre half role, similar to how we saw them set up in the first leg. Of course, there they had João Cancelo at sort of right wing back and then Koeman as a left wing back. But it worked because Kingsley Coman got the goal.
Yeah.
But yeah. Chose to do Bayern PSG over the Spurs match, asks Gary. Well, yeah, and it should work out now because we can do 10 minutes at the end of each half.
I don't want to watch Tottenham.
I find Tottenham really boring to watch. I think this will be a more exciting game.
Yeah.
Of PSG chasing a match than Tottenham chasing a match. And AC Milan aren't much fun either, but yeah. Okay, it was close. I just think more people as well, more other watch-along streamers are doing Tottenham Milan as well.
Yeah.
So we're running something different here. But PSG coming forwards now. Kylian Mbappe on this left-hand side. Could be a very fast start. Mbappe, and he's fired it too close to Jan Sommer. That's a good chance for PSG squandered.
I feel like he took himself a bit wide there, Mbappe, with his touch. Should have kept narrow.
Welcome to the stream. Hijack, has Harry Jackman been in? No, he hasn't. Apologies, Rob.
Oh, that's
Danilo Pereira did as well with that. Hakimi, under pressure from Davies, smashes it forward.
It does look like it's just slotting
Can't
to a
find
fullback.
anyone. Well, PSG.
Yeah.
Pereira able to push forwards a little more. Vitinha sort of operating as an attacking midfielder by the looks of it. And who's that in attacking midfield?
No, that's gone to the 5. He's a 5.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting, that, from PSG. Sitting, I guess they're going more... it's weird.
Is it more defensive or is it more aggressive?
Guess it's
as much as you add another defender, your wing backs are able to have much more license to run.
Give you a bit of both, really.
Alphonso Davies tries to get away from Hakimi here. Ball in. It's not a great cross by any stretch of the imagination. Falls to Josip Stanisic on the edge of the area. Out wide now with Kingsley Coman. Takes it past one. Can he get the ball in? Coman finds Davies at the back post. His touch to Musiala isn't stunning, but he gets it to Musiala. Choupo-Moting. Musiala, and it's smashed away by, I believe, Vitinha.
Brilliant defending from Fabian there, just to stop Musiala from getting to that ball. If not,
I can tell. All three midfielders look incredibly similar.
Yeah. But fast start. And, PSG having a chance, Bayern having a chance. Very, very close.
Yeah, we have now got a vote as well on that poll in chat for extra time. Someone expects to see this game go beyond the 90 minutes. Of course, if you haven't voted in that poll, make sure to do so. Give your opinion on how this game is going to pan out. But yeah, Danilo Pereira now with the throw on the near side for PSG. Pereira throws it forward. Messi. Back to Pereira. And now with Ramos. He's pinned in this corner, Ramos, and they can't play out of it. Davies heads inside. Touched over to Goretzka by Müller. Now it's with Stanisic. Can he find anyone further forward? Kingsley Coman can come down this right. That's a huge challenge from Nuno Mendes. And now it's out for
it's actually
a Bayern throw.
Kingsley Coman saying that it weren't a foul there.
Yeah. It's a good challenge.
As I say, really good tackle. Strong, but
just about on
tackle.
the edge there, yeah.
Yeah, throw there and it's been taken.
Now with Meccano. Slots it through to Goretzka, Coman. Gets away from Mendes and goes to Stanisic. And now it's back with Dale of Meccano. Delete. Bayern looks so comfortable in possession. That's going to be PSG's biggest problem tonight, is trying to disrupt that. And they've won the ball back there, but over aggressive in the manner they've done it.
Never rated Danilo Pereira.
No?
No, I don't. I've never thought he's that good.
He's spent a lot of his career in the Portuguese league, and now PSG have already picked him up a few years back for a decent fee.
Shock.
But yeah, Jan Sommer.
Under pressure.
Stanisic.
Stanisic does well to save that.
Yeah, takes it past. Well, he pushes it past one. It just stops the momentum of PSG. Vitinha.
Messi. First time he's in the ball tonight.
Tries to get it forward to Verratti, but it doesn't come off. And now they'll look to go the other way. Bayern Munich, they've lost possession half the pitch. Stanisic leathers it into Verratti. It goes out for a Bayern Munich goal kick. There's another weakness tonight. I know it's a throw. Another weakness for Bayern tonight is no Manuel Neuer, of course.
Yeah.
Still obviously out with that injury that we'll see him ruled out until the end of the season.
Sommer casually just go get him. Go get the second best goalkeeper in the league to be your backup goalkeeper. Obviously, I know he's starting.
Harsh on Gregor Kobel.
I think Sommer's better.
Kobel's been sensational this season.
But overall, I think Sommer's better.
Well, he's had a longer career, so it's easy to judge, isn't it? But I think Koval this season,
Fair enough.
sensational.
Mendes.
Looks down the line, it's stopped by Coman and out for a PSG throw.
I think the ball's been out of play more than it's actually been in play his first 6 minutes.
Well, PSG obviously trying to use the width tonight, and Bayern not wanting to allow that.
Just keep kicking it off.
Yeah.
With
With both sides playing three backs, they both want to attack out wide, meaning every tackle that tries to stop them coming forwards goes off.
Do you think it's better that one side is leading in this tie, or do you think it would be better if we'd gone into this game as a draw?
It creates an interesting dynamic, obviously, because Bayern know they've got the insurance of a goal, and PSG will have to push more. You know, if it's 0-0, both sides will have to protect that.
Yeah. Does it feel that
0-0.
PSG? You should see more attacking threat because PSG have to go for it. You look at last night. Chelsea,
I don't think we'll see them go for it too early, unless PSG
Chelsea
in the
needed a goal. They started fast and they brought a brilliant game.
Choupo-Moting barrels over Verratti. And now it's a PSG throw.
I've never... Choupo-Moting, what a story.
So he's kicked the ball away. Why he's going to pick himself up a yellow card?
Strange career.
Yeah, how you go from being bench at Stoke to
starting at
playing
PSG.
for Bayern Munich.
And then PSG and then Bayern Munich. It's just bizarre.
Peter Schmeichel predicts Jude Bellingham to join Liverpool. Rio Ferdinand, meanwhile... Oh, my chat's just disappeared. Meanwhile, thinks he'll join City. It's a lose-lose for United fans as Jude's latest Instagram post is of his 7th birthday.
No, I don't listen to Rio Ferdinand.
No. Also, Jude was fitting perfectly with Liverpool after last night. Just, having a go at the rules.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Don't want him at our football club. Sore loser.
Yeah, we've got Enzo Fernandez, mate. Don't need Jude.
Don't see any of that, though.
Jude's still a fantastic footballer.
Yeah, he is.
But
Mbappe, what a dive.
Equally, I don't really think Chelsea need to spend £100 million on another footballer.
No, we definitely do not need to do that.
At least not right now.
No.
Especially since we're probably going to play a 2 in midfield next season.
Yeah.
I mean, Enzo and Jude sounds like a sensational pivot. Whether that would happen or not, I don't know. Goretzka tries to get it away from Ramos, and here come Bayern, Musiala. Still Jamal Musiala, big challenge though from Fabian Ruiz getting back in there. Davies, Kimmich, plays it to De Ligt. And now it's back with Davies. And De Ligt, Bayern happy just to hold on to possession for now. It's been a quite fast start, 10 minutes. PSG trying to come forwards with the ball. Bayern more than happy to let them as long as they don't get into some dangerous areas. And that's going to be a Bayern throw after another chance from Nuno Mendes. Not in the eyes of the linesman, which Koeman can't believe. Mm-hmm. Mendes has done a good job because Koeman obviously was very dangerous in the first leg. But good job of dealing with him so far.
That's not a foul out, that's just...
I do think that Bayern have lost a lot without Benjamin Pavard in the team.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Stanisic is okay, but he looks a little shaky. He hasn't played many minutes at the highest level, and certainly not a Champions League knockout game before.
No Sane, no Mane, no Neuer. Big players wishing for Bayern and get through. They'll be very, very happy.
Pereira, Hakimi, and now he can go back to his goalkeeper Donnarumma.
You might refresh your chat with that, don't you?
No, yeah. My chat the last 2 nights hasn't been updating much. But yeah, Aquilina Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Mbappe should get booked for that dive. Nah. I think you should only be booked for a dive if it causes like VAR to have a look.
Or if there's a penalty.
Because if not, it could just be a simple loss of balance that it doesn't.
Advantage played and Messi on a brilliant drive. It's
a huge challenge though from Thomas Muller getting back in there. It's interesting that Muller still starts.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a good footballer.
Of course, but no Leroy Sané in the team tonight. Yeah. No Sadio Mane. I think he's still battling with fitness, but it's just an intriguing situation. Obviously, Choupo-Moting starts tonight as well. I'm sure that's not ideal.
That's definitely not.
For Bayern.
Never ideal when Choupo-Moting has to play a game.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, what just happened.
Anyway, Kyle Walker could be in big trouble. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that situation. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Not going to say anything until
there's quite clear CCTV evidence against him. But until there's any sort of criminal charges brought against him or... Yeah, even like a court date. At the moment, it seems the police investigation is ongoing. So, you'll just wait till anything
all over
official.
Tottenham from Mbappe, brings it down really nicely. Lays it off to Messi.
Messi goes to Hakimi.
Delivers.
And he's hit it at Sommer there.
No, but not really where you want it though. What?
You said Neuer.
No, I meant not Neuer. I hadn't finished my sentence.
All right.
Yeah, not really where you want the cross to go.
I don't know. It's a dangerous area. It didn't look like someone had it covered. Almost dipped into the goal.
Just kicked off as well.
Excellent. 2 games now underway tonight. I think Tottenham AC Milan's going to be an interesting one. We'll keep tabs on that as it goes. As it goes on, if we see there's been a goal, then we might flick over channels just to see the goal. And of course, at half time and at full time, we'll watch the last 10 minutes of both halves of the Tottenham game.
Yeah.
Nuno Mendes fighting Koeman for possession. Fabian Mendes tries to come forward, put out a play by Josip Stanisic. Club Brugge have sacked Scott Parker after just 2 wins in 12 games. What a surprise.
It is awful. Who's that?
Yeah, but a coach that can't speak French or Belgian, and you're expecting him to come in and be able to coach. I don't know how they thought that was going to work. But he needs to be given time or the exit door. He's been shown the exit door. I don't know why he was ever appointed in the first place.
No. I don't know where he's going to go though, because you can't,
Championship, sure.
I say you've been battered at Bournemouth, you've been battered in Belgium. It's just
Fulham as well.
Not great.
He's just not good enough for the Prem, but he's a decent Championship manager. Like he's clearly decent. He's got 2 teams promoted from there, but every time he gets up to the Prem, they then instantly get mudded. It's never a good sign either when a caretaker manager comes in and does a better job than you.
Oh yeah, and
but he should. I don't know whether he should have been afforded more time at Bournemouth.
No,
I know they lost 9-0, but they did play like City and like Liverpool, Arsenal all in their first 4.
Yeah, they never looked like almost the Bournemouth side that he had never looked like picking up a point.
Well, they beat Villa on the first day of the season, didn't they?
That was it. That was all they did.
But they only had 3 more games. I think it's a bit harsh sacking. Scott Parker after 9-0, so it makes sense. Cancelo is frustrated with his lack of playing time at Bayern. He's only played 191 minutes out of the possible 450 in the last 15. In the last 5 matches.
No, that's not going to count.
Mbappe scored, by the way, but it's definitely not going to count.
Whistler already gone, and he just him and Son. Yeah, it's 50-50. They both just clashed into. Both ran into each other, and the ball just fell to Mbappe, but the whistle already gone. Obviously.
You've got to think that at some point Cancelo is going to realise that maybe he's not as good as he thinks he is. You're not going to start every game for one of these big clubs, so either leave and get all the minutes you want, but you have to hope that some smaller side has the money for you.
Yeah.
Or just put up with limited minutes. It's not even limited minutes. But you've come into a new side. Exactly. You're not going to play every game.
Surely he's got to realise that you get benched at Man City, you get benched at Bayern Munich. You are at that point you should realise that you're not good enough to start. It's never a great side
that they play a left winger at right wing back rather than play you there. But
don't get me wrong. He's a brilliant fullback, but maybe he just doesn't cut it at the higher level. Obviously, Pep changed this, and the problem was, he's new to Bayern.
He's been developed as this sort of left back that inverts, but no other side plays with that.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know what expected to happen leaving City.
Player that can't play out. Has got so used to playing under Pep that now can't play outside of Pep's system.
We saw the same at the World Cup, didn't we? Every single player that's used to playing under Pep Guardiola just completely struggled for their national sides. And it sort of makes sense in that regard. Pep does play a very unique style of football.
But then he
takes players that aren't stunning and turns them into superstars.
If you join Man City, are you there? Oh, words. If you join City, are you then stuck there for the long term?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Because if you leave, you've got so used to playing under Pep, and if you leave,
Danilo Pereira falls 50, over, 50, and now Bayern can continue. That was a 50-50. Danilo Pereira fell over near someone.
Yeah.
Davies
cuts it back to Muller.
Turns out goes to Stanisic coming onto the ball now with Koeman. Kimmich on the edge should cross this. Does cross this. Lovely dink ball forwards. Head away by Verratti. Vitinha. Now it's with. Can't tell. Marquinhos, sorry. Messi to Nuno Mendes, and now Mendes plays it forwards, and that's cut out by De Ligt. Bayern more than adequately dealing with PSG's attack really so far. I think they've looked the better side once more. But all it takes is PSG to get that ball in behind, and Mbappe will score.
Haven't seen much from Messi. But again, we said this in the World Cup. Then he picked the ball up and went and scored 2 for Argentina. Messi doesn't need the ball all the time, because when he does get on the ball, he's going to do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, Messi's not going to do much when your side are stuck in their own half, and that's a good save from Donnarumma.
Goretzka.
Look like Stanisic, but
no, it's too tall. Yeah, it was
Goretzka.
Goretzka.
Goretzka just took a punt the goal.
Strong effort there, but good save from Donnarumma. PSG playing around the back, they're under a lot of pressure here, and they played out of it. Well, they did play out nicely, so Fabian just flicked it in the air. And that's still bouncing around. No one can get a proper touch on it, and it finds Nuno Mendes. Sorry,
Messi.
Messi.
Vitinha can release Hakimi now.
No,
ball forwards, but
fast,
he's never going to get to that one. No.
Blimey.
And PSG still struggling with that, releasing that final ball.
Vitinha rushed out of it. He panicked. He knew he had to get the ball through, so he just smacked it.
But Bayern, on the other hand, a lovely ball over the top. Don't think Coman's going to get there either. Donnarumma releases it to Ramos.
That one's near Coman at least.
1-2 with Verratti, and now he smashed it to Mendes, and now PSG can come forwards. Opt to go back to Marquinhos though. Now it's with Verratti. Messi. Goretzka wins it up the pitch, but they get it back. PSG, Verratti, Mbappe. Back to Marquinhos. Mbappe is down, but the ref doesn't seem to be that arsed.
Not PSG.
Hakimi, Vitinha, down the line.
Football.
Hakimi can attach the touchline. He takes it past Delit. Can he go past Davies as well? That's solid from Alphonso Davies, but PSG get a corner.
But that's also smart from Hakimi, because he would have known that Mbappe wasn't in the box because he was too busy fanning around on the floor. He's alright by the way, he did get up, but yeah, he knew he could have crossed that.
Nagelsmann's not best pleased about something.
No. Corner to PSG now. Chance for them to open the scoring here. A lot of aerial threat here, but equally by two very tall teams. You could argue so set pieces could be quite difficult to score from. No, I say that PSG are out to score, but Messi over the corner, probably shoot and score. Ball in.
Can he find another back post? No, it's claimed well by Jan Sommer.
Not a bad ball, but no one was in the area that you put it in.
It looks like he wants to roll it out. And he does now. Here's Kimmich.
Do they have set piece coaches in Europe? Because I know they're a massive thing in English football.
You'd imagine so. I don't think it's just the Premier League that's discovered what a set piece coach is.
Yeah, I know, but you look at some set piece coaches and you do think sometimes.
Musiala. Davies. If there was no purpose to set piece coaches, no team would employ one.
Yeah, true.
No, that's with Davies. PSG doing well at the moment to hold Bayern, but all it takes is one drive like this and they can get the ball forward. But yeah, they actually stop it that time. Messi back to Verratti, Choupo-Moting coming onto that one aggressively. Messi skip past Goretzka. Huge challenge from Delit, but when it falls to Mbappe. Mbappe in behind Meccano, but the touch is poor. Still gets to it. Smashes it into the side netting.
That's 2 times he's been for a goal now. His touch has let him down. He's
Mbappe's got to do more with this.
He's almost too fast.
He's used to having is picking up in the sort of the halfway line and pushing it forwards.
Yeah, because he can do that in the Liga.
Driving onto it, but he's not getting that at the moment.
What's happened here?
Don't know, but the officials are not buzzing about something.
No, I think we're going to play on. The referees ran off.
The referee just can't be bothered. He's called it a day.
No,
and now we're alright. I think the linesman had some sort of issue because I saw him jogging down the touchline.
But
maybe he's lost comms.
Someone's going to get us back underway when the referee says he can. We're still waiting.
Karim Benzema. Exo says in chat, Karim Benzema is reportedly struggling for fitness ahead of the Champions League second leg. It's unlikely, but could Liverpool pull off a remontada? No. I think they can. Don't think that relies on whether Benzema plays or not, though.
It
helps him massively if there's no Benzema.
Front, I still think Real win that game.
I don't think if you put a team of lampposts out there that...
No, just a lamppost up front.
Well, then they're playing with 10 men, so Liverpool would have a much greater chance.
No, you can go hold up play. Throw 1-2 to the lamppost. You're in.
Fabian. Danilo Pereira. Hakimi knocks it across to Ramos. PSG look to transition now. Nuno Mendes tries to play it forward. Kimmich wins it back, and now they can come forwards. Bayern. Here's Choupo-Moting. The touch is horrific.
Well, I was about to say that it's a really interesting battle, that is starting to brew on the far side between Nuno Mendes and Stanisic. And you've also got Kingsley Coman over there as well. It's a really, really interesting dynamic. About that is a big tackle and it's a poor tackle. Got none of the ball there. Did Joshua Kimmich. Brings down Messi. That's what he does. Again, he hasn't been on the ball much, but he gets on the ball and wins free kicks.
Already seen De Ligt go through him once.
Yeah.
Kimmich now forced into making a foul. Vitinha. Now it's with Hakimi. Messi can release the ball in behind. There's a crucial touch from a PSG Bayern defender there.
Yeah, no.
But now Bayern will let's go up the line. Davies, Choupo-Moting has headed it towards Marquinhos.
He's struggling. He's really struggling.
You can tell he's out of his depth.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you start him tonight. I don't understand why Bayern haven't bought a better backup striker. I get that Choupo can probably cut it in the Bundesliga, but he looks so out of his depth.
Yeah.
He genuinely looks completely lost. Baffling. Absolutely baffling as to how he's played for such...
world-class centre-halves, marking
He's got
him.
one of the most illustrious career paths in all of world football.
Who's ever
Stoke
started
City,
at Stoke?
PSG, and Bayern Munich.
He's the only player
now,
that plays in the top team that you can actually say he has done it on a cold, wet, windy night in Stoke.
Yes. He didn't really do
that.
that.
Goretzka's trying to fight the ref. Oh no, he's trying to fight Hakimi the other side of him.
I think Kimmich's a cut away from suspension. I think you might be right.
He is, yes. He is. So is Ramos and Verratti.
Never heard someone say a player is out of their depth. It's usually the manager. Yeah, but you don't tend to see players that should be playing in the Championship in the Champions League round of 16. It doesn't happen. Well, even when they do, they tend to be quite decent. Like Chancellor Mbemba was horrific at Newcastle, but he looked accomplished when he plays for Porto now.
Yeah.
Choupo-Moting just looks completely out of his depth.
Oh, that was a training leg there from Musiala.
He can't compete physically. He can't compete technically. He just doesn't seem to have the attributes of a top footballer, and yet he's here somehow. And he's not a tragic footballer, but he's not good enough for this level. I'm sorry, Eric. But fair enough to him. He's made it here, and I don't know how he just done it.
He's played for PSG and Bayern, the things that people dream of. He's played for PSG, Bayern, and Stoke.
Yeah, the three biggest European powerhouses. Chelsea fan says nothing happened so far at Tottenham versus Milan.
Nope, absolutely zilch. How dull.
No massive surprise. It's Tottenham.
Yeah.
Davies keeps it on the pitch, not in the eyes of the referee. I didn't think that went off. Nagelsmann's still on the
Lino's one that's called it.
Fourth official, he's blind.
I thought it's just going to give a thumbs up. Let's have a look.
That's still on. That's still on.
I think that just
ball's still on.
Lino called it. He thought it went off.
Verratti. Ball inside. Vitinha. I don't know why he doesn't have a shot there. Mendes.
Ball in.
Looking for Hakimi at the back post. Dealt well with by De Ligt.
That's a poor pass.
Musiala wins the ball back though, and he can play it forwards.
Again, he's not moving.
Not much point chasing after that one. Ramos has that covered. But you'd expect a more intense press. Equally, with no one really supporting the press, it's pretty a menial task. But now, Nuno Mendes released forward. Can he pick anyone out? Messi.
What a tackle that is.
Big challenge. Someone's gone in with the feet.
Messi still. And it's caught by Sommer. Big tackle that is from Alphonso Davies.
And that's another fear, of course, with Jan Sommer. Might be an incredible shot stopper. Never played at this level before.
Yeah. But last-ditch defending there from the Canadian fullback.
Kimmich.
And then eventually Son managed to gather the ball.
Goretzka gives it to Muller. Now Bayern coming forward. Koeman. It's cut out by Ramos. Who would it fall to? Not Marquinhos. I don't know who that is. Lovely ball forward. Looks like Fabian. But huge. Has Fabian just become absolutely massive? It is Fabian.
Who?
The player that's on the ball.
Oh, I didn't see it. But yeah, look, it's just bumbled around. Messi just couldn't quite
looked like
get
a centre-half.
the
I think
shot
it was Fabian
on target. Big blocks in there from De Ligt and everyone. Bodies on the line for Bayern at the back.
Yeah. Crucial blocks there.
25 minutes gone.
Matthias De Ligt. Here is Davies. Now Bayern can try and create some chances off their own. I think Bayern have still looked the better side in this half. PSG probably have had the better. I think they've had the better chance, but Bayern have had more.
Yeah, I mean, Mbappe should have had 2 shots on target if he hadn't just ran the ball wide.
Dinks the ball forward. Coman gets the other side of Ramos. Ball in. Choupo-Moting can't really challenge the keeper there.
I don't think he was
the ball's not brilliant.
Anyway, so. If the ball had come to him, probably just put over the bar. If he'd kicked
Ruiz to Marquinhos. I keep getting caught up by Marquinhos' really rogue drives forward for no apparent reason.
That's Marquinhos.
Verratti. No, the number 5, look.
Oh,
He's just going into midfield. Yeah. Here's Messi. Very fluid system, this PSG side of playing.
He's still there.
Verratti. It's not easy for a commentator trying to work out who's playing what.
Why do you think he's Vitinha?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like this giant bloke just playing midfield who I don't recognise. We're in the number 5.
For a PSG throw.
Yeah, 13 votes in the poll and chat, by the way. We've reached a perfect equilibrium. 46% Bayern Munich, 46% PSG, and that's 8% thinking we're going to see an extra time. I back the 8%.
I don't.
No?
Well,
not even for a bit of another 30 minutes?
Maybe. Depends how good the game is. Because PSG score now, then it goes to extra time after that.
Vitinha, Verratti.
Feels like Verratti and Marquinhos are just swapped.
Ramos knocks it onto Pereira. Now it's with Vitinha. Verratti. Ramos. Marquinhos. Back with Sergio Ramos. Now it's with Marquinhos. Now Donnarumma. And it's with Pereira. Ruiz. And Kimmich knocks it out of play. And now it's a PSG throw. And Dini Pereira telling them just to take their time.
As I say, PSG
quite rushed. And obviously PSG do need a goal in this tie. But there is still a while to go.
Plenty of time.
We've got 18 minutes of this half and then a further 45. PSG got time. It is only 1 goal. Obviously, they can't afford to be too lax because they do need to score at some point this evening. And Bayern could also score and make their task even harder.
They're in the driving seat at that point.
They're in the driving seat anyway, but they would be, they'd be flying down the M25.
And PSG would find it very hard to chase.
Probably not the M25. I don't know why Bayern would build the M25. I don't know any German roads. Here's Matthias de Ligt. Musiala. Plays the ball forward. Davies. Inside. Muller. Back out wide now with Stanisic. And it's with Coman. Slowed down. Goes to Stanisic. Goretzka. Coman. Can they deliver the ball into the box? Coman tries to beat Nuno Mendes. Mendes has kept Coman very quiet tonight, by the way. He's done an incredible job, the young wing back. But, yeah.
They are also doubling up on him with Stanisic. So he's doing a really good job.
They'll be flying down the M25. They'll be stuck. Yeah. Which I'd fear she'll catch him very quickly. Choupo-Moting.
Pereira again.
Holds up the ball. Holds up the ball well there, Choupo-Moting. Forced back to De Ligt.
I do feel like Daniel Pereira's a bit, just over eager to get to the ball. He's just got his hands all over him, showing anything for no reason.
Stanisic.
A ref on a bad day gives that as a foul. It's costly.
Stanisic. Ball forwards into Jamal Musiala. Can he switch the play? He can, but it's behind Alphonso Davies. That's a poor pass from Musiala. And now it is a PSG throw on this near side with 15 minutes left of the half. Nagelsmann animated. Galtier frustrated. In fact, Nagelsmann looks more frustrated so far. Galtier's just doing a lot of shouting.
Both coaches just trying to give their team
that extra edge in this tie.
Yeah, you feel like, I don't know, it's very hard to call this one.
Verratti loses possession. Kimmich gives it to Musiala. Now they can come forward, Bayern Munich. I feel like Choupo-Moting just really makes the build-up play clunky. He's now like bend it top corner or something. And he gives it to Davies.
He's going to score tonight. We've slated him off so much.
Kimmich. Yes, exactly. It was definitely going to score a hat-trick.
It'd be like the 122nd minute extra time. Should lace it top corner.
Kimmich. Across to Davies. The pass is poor. They're too laboured in their approach, Bayern. And the ref fancies picking up the ball now.
Hit the ball. Think of him.
Oh. But they're too laboured, Bayern.
Yeah. It feels a little
like... And they get the ball in those high areas. They sort of just have to move it around the box constantly. It's like how Arsenal used to play. that swaying motion, that to the left, now back out round to the right, then back out to the left. There's no progression of the ball into the box. There's no swinging it in there and see what happens. And PSG have masterminded that so far because they're keeping it very compact. A lot of bodies in the box, forcing Bayern into wide areas in every opportunity. It's narrowing down Bayern's options. Ball comes forward. Davies will be looking to deliver, but Hakimi's showing him the touchline. They don't want him to cut inside. Musiala now gets a shot away, and that's a big, strong left hand from Gianluigi Donnarumma, and I think that's now rolled out for a Bayern corner. This will be a chance to finally get the ball into the box.
Big save. And again, really good football from Bayern. Really good footwork there from Jamal Musiala.
Superb player, Jamal Musiala.
But big save there from the Italian.
It's a shame he chose to declare for Germany rather than England. Equally, England have a plethora of attacking talents.
We don't need players, we need to use the right ones.
Yeah, we need to stop playing Harry Maguire at major international tournaments. Joshua Kimmich over this ball. Nice ball into the box, headed away by Danilo Pereira. He seems to be involved in everything good and bad for PSG tonight, but that was a good,
big header, that
solid header away. Kimmich, and he has to stop because Gautier's kicked the ball on.
That's all, they're going to play on.
Alright. Ref throws a gesture off at Gautier, just like, what are you doing, mate? Coman takes it past Mendes, draws the foul. Potential yellow card.
That's the first wrong step.
Yeah, I think that'll just be a free kick. I don't think there'll be any card here. Very smart from Kingsley Coman.
Yeah, and that's
lovely ball roll. Switches
like Mendes
direction very quickly, and Mendes can't deal with it.
Mendes kept him quiet all night, but the one time he just get past him, he's drawn the foul him, and that's what Coman does.
Nice position here for a dead ball situation. Corner just a moment ago. Now a free kick. Bayern upping the pressure now on this PSG defence. Now they're looking to get another effort away at goal here. Kimmich. Taking his time about this one.
Bayern trying to organise their players in the box. They're moving around. It's drilled in hard and low, and it runs all the way through.
Just try to catch PSG out there, but it hasn't worked.
As I say, I think they were hoping for a flick on or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite get it, and it ran straight through to the keeper.
You'd think just whip it in the box there, head it home, but try and they can afford to with that 1 goal margin of Meccano. Lovely little dribble, takes it past 2 players. Now Kingsley Coman. Kimmich. Now they're able to express themselves a bit more, Bayern Munich. Coman's fouled. Ref says advantage played. Now Kingsley Coman picks up the ball again. Vitinha's won it back.
Yeah, it's good from Bayern.
Stanisic. Up Meccano. Bayern have possession deep in their own half once more. Musiala.
Well, we're back from Ramos.
And now Pereira. Donnarumma.
See, now it looks like a fullback, but I don't mark with my
ball knocked forwards, and it's had a play for a throw-in on the near side. I don't know. Half this game has been all over the place.
They're not happy about something. But yeah, still 0-0 in both games tonight. Still waiting to see that first breakthrough. And
they're unhappy because Marquinhos is down.
That's where he was.
Holding his hip. And Professor Kimpembe is stripping. This is going to be an early change. No further continuation for Marquinhos tonight, it seems.
That's a big miss.
And that will be their captain making way. I think it was Kimpembe warming up. I couldn't quite see. But I'm sure we'll find out shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Marquinhos. I think they would have, based on how quick the reaction was to get someone warm, it's quite evident they knew he wasn't fit.
I don't know why so many coaches about for PSG, but yeah, that's going to be a big miss for PSG, Marquinhos. I'm guessing it's a reoccurring injury that they're aware of before kickoff. That's why they were so quick.
Happy to joke around with him, but also ushering him off the pitch.
Yeah, was it in this? No.
Yeah, you can see, yeah, he knows his evening's over.
Yeah.
After that.
So Marquinhos will make way.
Free kick.
And he's gonna be replaced by
Nordi Mukiel. I did think that Kimpembe was injured, but I couldn't think of another centre-half they have, and they don't have one. So on goes Nordi Mukiel. Usually a right back, but obviously can cover at centre-half, you would imagine. So, yeah, Ramos will move. Well, you imagine Danilo Pereira switch sides, Ramos stays in the middle.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what it looks like. Nordi Mukiel, a very capable player. I don't think he's had many minutes at PSG, but yeah, is stripping. Well, it's not. He is stripping, isn't he? He's what other like just
what makes it worse?
Verbs you use to describe a player.
Wasn't even coming on, so he was just stripping.
Kimembe's just stripping somewhere else. My sources have told me. Verratti, Vitinha.
Sources have told you. That's a good term from Vitinha.
Mendes, Verratti. By the way, Exeter will probably do a video on the worst signings and that of the Premier League season, so we won't talk about it on stream. I know I saw your comment earlier suggesting a tier list or a ranking of all the summer signings.
It might have to be Nunes just because of that song.
Musiala coming forward.
Big tap from Ramos.
I was going to put Nunes bottom just because of the song.
Yeah.
Hakimi. Out wide right. Now gives it to Vitinha. Can he get into the ball into the box? Verratti. Hakimi.
Got on to cross it to. There's no movement in the area.
1-2 with Verratti. Ball in. Chested away by Goretzka, and then the clearance from De Ligt is not ideal, and it's out for a throw-in.
No.
For PSG on the near side. Hakimi. Gives it to Verratti. Back to Hakimi. Just about keeps that on. And now Davies is fouled by Hakimi, and the linesman doesn't think so. I think they might be on the PSG payroll. Verratti, Davies, back to Sommer, and now he will surely just get rid of this. No, apparently not. He's decided to do something completely stupid off the line. Matthias De Ligt saves Sommer's bacon, but what are you doing? Jan Sommer, lad. You're in your first Champions League knockout stage game, and you're trying to dribble out past by PSG players. Almost cost his side dearly there. Bailed out by Matthias De Ligt. He gets caught in possession, Sommer, by Vitinha. Vitinha takes aim, and it's just about scraped off the line.
Can do. He's just done what he can. But what a tackle from Matthias De Ligt that is. But I mean, I want to praise him here because I do feel like when he was at Juventus, everyone thought he was class. He then went to Bayern Munich, and everyone kind of stopped talking about him.
I think everyone stopped talking about when he went to Juve.
Yeah.
I thought that was the poor decision.
Everyone thought, he had a Premier League after Ajax. He's going to go to La Liga,
he was linked with Bayern, he was linked with the Prem.
He went to Juve first.
Yeah.
He is a world-class centre-half.
What the hell was Jan Sommer doing there? Yeah, I know, exactly. Like I said,
what's he
doing? Hakimi is the one that catches in possession. Vitinha picks up the ball. And you've got to feel Vitinha rushes this.
He hits the ball and then instantly turns and cheers to the crowd. Look at it. Huge tackle from De Ligt.
A lot of passion behind that one. But you've got to think Vitinha needs to be told he's got time and he can just, finish it. Instead, he just sort of...
Yeah. And then he could watch De Ligt come sliding across the goal and then just put it to the other side.
Or if you put it anywhere, any sort of height, De Ligt's not Spider-Man.
Or he's going to handball it.
Yeah.
And get sent off.
In which case, huge advantage. You get a pen and they get a red card.
But yeah. Biggest chance of the half. Sommer again there under a bit of pressure, just playing out.
Kimmich. As soon as I said surely he's just going to kick this out, I realised he's not. Yeah. He's decided not to.
He goes under pressure and thought, I've got an option, so I'm going to run out. And then as he ran out, he kind of got swarmed by PSG. And then he just kind of panicked and lost it.
Of Meccano, back to Jan Sommer. And he's taking his time on this one again. This time he's not under such pressure. And he does pick out the ball forward. Flicked on by Coman. Danilo Pereira then beats Choupo-Moting to the ball. And now Ramos goes back home. And PSG can rebuild from the back once more. Donnarumma makes no mistake like Sommer is. And that goes long, but it ends up at the feet of a Bayern player. Stanisic now of Meccano. Müller finds Goretzka out wide. Goretzka inside to Kimmich. Ball played forward into the rough direction of Choupo-Moting. PSG win the ball back, but then give it away again. Goretzka driving forward, needs to look wide. Finds Alphonso Davies. Can he get a shot away? Davies goes right, goes left, ball across the box. It's a big challenge from Nordi Mukiel. That's a good first involvement in this game for the young French defender.
I mean, what a game this has been. Very end-to-end.
Yeah, he just sends Hakimi a dummy. He needs to put this in the air, I think. Yeah. Just make it difficult for them to deal with. Put it on the floor and Mukiel can just put it out for a corner.
We're just awaiting that first goal now. That's all this game needs. We've
5
seen the
minutes
action.
off this first half to play.
A lot of chances. We're just lacking that first goal. Could Bayern get it here?
Fun fact, in the last 5 games, Newcastle have the worst form in the Premier League. Wolves may fancy their chances. Well,
yeah.
I'm not going to give my opinion, but check out Pro Predictions on Friday.
That's a good ball in.
Ball in,
it's
blocked.
Oh, and then
Coleman, yeah. A great effort. Davies. Try to take it past a few players. He loses possession. Coleman's going to just smash that back to Sommer.
Dang, not blaming.
And now Sommer. You'd imagine they'll punt this long. Meccano. Wants to go forward, but has to go back to Stanisic.
Just kind of turn around.
Coleman back to Stanisic, and now to Sommer, and now to De Ligt, and they've moved the ball around. Now to this left-hand side. Musiala goes into Choupo-Moting. He's held off Verratti well, to be fair. Now finds Davies. Can Davies get down the line? No. Yeah. Achraf Hakimi, sensational there, just to stop that ball heading down the line. 19 votes for the way in the poll and chat. 53% convinced by PSG's performance thus far. 42% think this game will go in the favour of Bayern Munich. And 5% are crossing their fingers for extra time. Either they are thinking this game's going to be close, or they're really hoping to see it more seriously. Mbappe, can he get there, Sommer? No mistake rushing out this time.
Very close there. Very close. And we know the pace of Kylian Mbappe. You'd have just thought there, maybe he could have got ahead of Sommer and just knocked it past him.
Excellent, a very specific comment. I'd say Bayern's outfield players have been better. Sommer's not done badly though. Just one giant cock-up almost cost his team.
It's good again.
It's a big block. Almost out of the Allianz by Jordi Mukiel.
It's got to be blocked, didn't it? He's had a terrible shot.
You picked the right game to watch. Well, we did indeed, Chester. I mean, it's not a difficult choice. We'd rather pick two of the most exciting teams in Europe who, you know, with PSG with a lot on the line, Bayern struggling a little this season in their, you know, well, they're not as dominant domestically. Or we'd rather watch some
brilliant. It's brilliant.
Crappy team called Tottenham versus a struggling AC
Big
side.
Tackle there from Leon Goretzka. It was shoulder to shoulder. Good call from
Davies.
the referee.
Ball forward. Musiala chasing it down the line. I think Mukiel will get there once more. Mukiel's looked really, really good since he's come on.
The only time I ever want to watch Tottenham again would be if they play Bayern.
That was smart there from Alphonso Davies. He showed the line and Vitinha went, run over it then. But yeah, Leon Goretzka so
Fair
far.
Tackle, big tackle.
That's been huge in stopping
physicality. Nagelsmann loves it. Absolutely love. Messi thought it was a foul. Definitely wasn't. Was just physicality there. But Leon Goretzka is so wham.
How highly do you rate Julian Nagelsmann?
I don't know.
Is he... Because at one point at RB Leipzig he was considered the best young coach. Is he still the best young coach?
I think so. But
it's not Steven Gerrard, is it?
No. But the one question's obviously it's handball, obviously, are they? But the one question I would have is obviously that Bayern are known for walking the Bundesliga. This is the first year in a long time where it's very close.
Yeah, but he did walk it last year with his Bayern side, and when you consider the turnover of players, it's sort of understandable. He's not got a striker this year. So his two strikers have been Mane, who's been injured half the year, and Choupo-Moting.
He's a striker. He is. He's not a very good one.
He's not any other position
last year.
Quarters, I want to say.
Can't remember now.
Might be wrong there.
Who did they get knocked out by? When did they get?
I feel like
Villarreal. They got knocked out by Villarreal.
Yeah,
in the quarters.
It was a bit disappointing, to be fair. They definitely should have got to the semis, where they would have had Liverpool,
and they could have
potentially a final.
But look out, and then who knows what happens in the final.
And Davies shoved off the ball there by Hakimi. That was a little over the top. I think Hakimi's fortunate to get away with no foul there.
2 finals in 3 years with Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm. Bayern are really, really strong, and I think if they had a striker this season, they'd walk the Bundesliga. Yeah, because they're clearly very, very good.
2 minutes at a time.
They don't have their Robert Lewandowski. 2 more additional minutes off this first half, then we will switch over to watch 10 minutes of Tottenham try and pass the ball about a bit, I reckon. But Ramos to Pereira. But obviously, both nights tonight have had 10 minutes delay. Both sets of Champions League ties have had 10 minutes delays. Do you think there should be, Ed? difference in the kickoff times of the Champions League games, so that fans can watch both? Or is it good they both kick off at 8? Because if one was like a 7:30 and one was an 8, or one was a 7, one was an 8, then people could watch a lot of both games.
It is a bit bizarre they both kick off at 8.
It means you have to make a choice.
Even if you like the Premier League midweeks, they stagger it by 15 minutes. They do like 7:30.
Because obviously, like in the group stages, you have to have them at the same time to avoid things like match fixing. But who's match fixing in this? Oh yeah, we're gonna knock ourselves out so that our rivals can win. Like,
there's a potential, because it's a random draw as well. There's a potential chance that we, our feeder club gets drawn against.
Gary Weisman says, haven't missed much in the other match. Yeah, that seems to be everyone's report on Tottenham
hopefully,
so far.
We'll watch the last 10 minutes. Hopefully, a bit of action.
Indeed. Kimmich goes. Koeman tries to find Müller, but it's now knocked back by PSG. Can they create anything in this last 30 seconds? Mukiel to Hakimi. Looking forward, forced backwards though. Masias missed a couple of decent chances for AC, but other than that, not much.
Alright. Thanks. Who's that? Gary?
Yeah, it was Gary.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
And what about 7:45 and 8:15? That's how they do Wednesday nights in Prem sometimes. Well, Prem times have like 7:15, 7:30, 7:45 and 8 o'clock, which works quite nicely because you can get a nice mix of all the games. That is half time. I will switch over to watch Conte Ball. Hopefully this isn't too bad. The last 10 minutes of the first half in the other game. But yeah, thoughts on that first half then? It's been, I'd say it's been quite cagey to a certain extent.
It was good. It was action-packed, and obviously big chances at both ends of both sides. Donnarumma's had to make a few saves. Sommer's made chances for PSG. Big block from Delay.
How have we watched 10 seconds? I'm already bored.
Here's Romero. We had at end to end, and now I'm just watching Fraser Forster, Ben Davies, and Clement Longley pass around the back to each other. It's just dull. But yeah, I think it was a good half of football. The only thing it lacked was a goal. But apart from that, really, really exciting half of football. Look at the fans. They're bored.
I would be, mate. They've watched an entire half a season of Tottenham.
Conte back tonight, which is good to see.
Yeah.
He probably thought to the Champions
I'm
League.
Still convinced he wasn't even ill.
Yeah, that's what. If they get knocked out, you won't come back. You go back and say something.
Hobia, Kane, AC went in the midfield. But yeah, we should probably talk about the game we've been watching so far. What do you think PSG need to do to break down Bayern and finally get a goal? Because they've come close. Thomas made mistakes and they still couldn't convert from that.
I mean, you've got to use Mbappe more. We haven't seen. I do feel like he was a bit wasteful though. He had 2 chances where he took himself wide and messed it up. But
feels like when Mbappe's most dangerous is on the counter, but there hasn't been enough times PSG have had a counter. When PSG come forward, they don't build up quickly. They don't spring a few passes about and then get into Mbappe.
It's worse for PSG to be on top when you have Mbappe and Messi. You have players that what they do is when they...
Messi's perfect for trying to break down a team and he just smacks it top corner when they're not expecting it.
Or just dinks it over the top and a beautiful pass to someone that no one else on the planet would see.
Other than probably Luka Modric.
Yeah.
But Luka Modric is also insanely good.
It's a very close game. It hangs in the balance, which is brilliant from a neutral point of view because you don't go away. But obviously from one club or the other, especially from PSG point of view, the fact it hangs in the balance,
I think the 1-0 does just create a more interesting spectacle because it has meant that PSG have had to push for it a bit more. And that's left them a little exposed to the back at times, but yeah. And they'll have to push for it more as the second half continues. I don't imagine we'll see any subs. PSG obviously already forced into an early substitution.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, I don't think any are necessary. So unless there's any injury woes or doubts, or they're bored of watching Choupo-Moting struggle to bring down the ball, I don't think they'll make any changes. Obviously, as I mentioned there, I think Choupo-Moting would be one of my first substitutions. Tottenham coming forward, by the way, Kulusevski is cut out by, I think that's Thuram, isn't it?
And he's just sold someone. But yeah, I think Musiala's look good.
I'm trying to work out that Milan.
I think my favourite battle has been Koeman versus Mendes. That's been brilliant to watch on the left hand side. Very, very, quality, tricky winger. Very skillful, very quick against a solid left back who can defend and attack. it's been very interesting to see how that's played out.
Yeah.
So that's thing. It's the individual battles that I think are creating such a really interesting
How
encounter.
highly do you rate Nuno Mendes?
Very highly.
I feel like I've not seen enough from him.
Yeah, because
he sort of he emerged in that brilliant Sporting team under Ruben Amorim in 2021, I want to say.
Yeah, but it's hard to prove yourself to be well.
It was last season, wasn't it? 21-22.
Also, I'm not. But it's very hard. Obviously, some players have done it, but you rarely see players proving themselves to be world class in the Portuguese and French leagues.
Yeah, but he's looked very comfortable on the European stage, which is surprising considering he's like 20.
I think he's so young, he's still got a very long way to go.
I do just feel though he's sort of he's stuck as a left wing back. That's where he played for Ruben Amorim at Sporting, and that's where he now plays for PSG. I feel like he's sort of stuck for only playing for teams of wing backs.
But Oliver Skip is starting a Champions League round of 16 game.
Yeah.
What's happened to football?
I don't think Oliver Skip is as bad as you think he is, but I don't rate him that highly. I think he looked bang average against Chelsea, but then scored a volley, and suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, man of the match."
Yeah,
which I completely disagree with.
But yeah, I think I'm expecting a really good second half in Bayern PSG. If it carries on a similar pattern as the first half, maybe just a couple goals. I'm still sticking with my 1-1 prediction because it's that close. Could go either way.
Also, breaking news: Liverpool set to spend £200 million this summer, according to the Anfield agenda. Says X said. I mean, that would be helpful for Liverpool. They need a whole new midfield. £200 million will probably do that and a bit more.
Yeah, that probably would. Also, Mike Moynihan back in goal for Milan tonight. Great to see.
That's huge.
Yeah,
I mean, we wonder why they've suddenly had an upturn in form. It's because Cyprian Tatarusanu isn't playing anymore.
Yeah.
Fantastic goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
I think if we didn't have Gabriel Slonina, I'd take him at Chelsea, but I rate Slonina so highly.
Obviously. Not
your Nan.
Wait.
Mike Moynihan.
That's a different song.
But yeah, I rate him really highly.
So we've already seen Chelsea and Benfica through. As it stands, Bayern Munich and AC Milan are through.
Skip. Davies.
Are we still? Who are the front runners? Are we still looking at the usual candidates? Real, City. But Real look comfortably through, and Liverpool got a big client. City, definitely not.
I think Leipzig will beat them. Might be praying rather than realistic. But...
And then at that point, if Leipzig beat City, is there a big chance for the likes of Bayern or PSG? Napoli.
No, if Bayern and PSG both can't both be
Bayern or PSG, sorry. But yeah, Chelsea, after such toil...
I don't think PSG will win the Champions League. It's seemingly impossible. Same for Man City. They could do whatever they want, they're never going to win it. Unless they both get in the final, in which case they're guaranteed one of them will win it.
That's no doubt happening.
Hopefully not. Because Bayern will win tonight.
Yeah.
But are Bayern serious contenders? I don't see how a team with you promoting up front can win the Champions League.
So we take, who can actually challenge Real?
I just said Liverpool, considering their situation. If Chelsea can play like they did against Dortmund for the rest of the season, I don't see why they can't mount a 2021 style Champions League assault. But as much because it seems as unrealistic then as it is seeming now.
The ways the draw's gone, do Napoli go from being outsiders to second favourites?
No.
But do you think they could win it?
I rate Napoli highly, but I think people saying they can win the Champions League, that's a bit
they have done
far
Syria,
for me.
Yes, and they have drawn Frankfurt. It'll be interesting if they get because they'll definitely get through. It'd be interesting if they get in the quarters, and interesting how they play against that.
I don't think Napoli faced a proper, what I'd call a test. Yeah, I don't think any Serie A side really compares to the top dogs of Europe, and they played Liverpool at their worst. So,
and they haven't been faultless either in the Serie A.
No, I mean they lost last weekend to Lazio, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, and I do feel one or two injuries, and Napoli are completely undone. They've got enough of a gap in the Serie A, it won't matter now. But yeah. I don't consider Napoli serious contenders. I know a lot of people are saying they are outsiders, dark horses. I can't see it. I think we sensational event happened. The first Serie A side to win the Champions League since Inter, 2010. I was thinking all about like the early 2000s, but yeah, of course,
do we seriously have to consider who's going to challenge Real Madrid?
Well, that's the thing. Unless Chelsea mount some sort of attack, whether this is going to be PSG or City's year, which doesn't seem likely, I don't consider any of the Serie A clubs as serious contenders. That might be harsh, but I can't see a team with Lukaku and Martinez as striking options as a serious threat.
I don't think AC Milan aren't there yet.
I mean, Inter did knock out Barca, so they're not horrific. But that was one match. I don't think over 2 legs against some of the elite clubs they'd get it done. AC, I think, they got torn apart by Chelsea. They've not been convincing against the Tottenham side that I don't rate that highly at all. I think Tottenham are very fortunate to be anywhere near the top 4 in the Premier League.
Whoever wins out of Tottenham or AC tonight, I don't think either of them will get through from the quarters.
It depends. If they get Benfica or... I think Porto could beat Inter next week. So if they'll get Porto or Benfica or something like that.
If Porto get through the quarters, they bring Jose back. Just to get him to win the Champions League.
That Porto side is not the same as the Porto side that won the Champions League. You've not got Deco, have you?
Year, if a team like Porto or Napoli gets a favourable run,
or the opposite?
Villarreal got stumped.
Teams like that could be a favourable run for certain sides.
But but I look at it and go, obviously Villarreal got stumped by Liverpool in the semis. Could the likes of Porto, could they go all the way? Could they go? Could they make it?
As a Chelsea fan, who do you want to match up against in the quarters?
That's I think one of these two.
Really?
Not Tottenham, but AC.
No, I don't want. But I think Tottenham was just too much pressure.
Yeah, I'll take AC.
They'll just jam their way out of the game. For me, I want Real Madrid.
Really?
Because we win it, I'd consider us favourites for the Champions League. If we lose it,
we lost Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's Real Madrid. So I think Real Madrid is the exact sort of competition we want to play at this stage.
Yeah.
As much people might consider it mental, how are we actually going to compete with Real Madrid? If we're going to win the Champions League, we've got to prove that we can beat someone like Real Madrid. So
whoever you draw a quarter final is going to be difficult. There's no easy team. They're all going to offer a different challenge.
But yeah, looking ahead to next week, being realistic, City should beat Leipzig, but I'm praying Leipzig pull off the
Porto is very close. Napoli should beat
Porto
Frankfurt. Real should beat Liverpool.
I still think Liverpool could beat Real Madrid.
Does the winner of that win the Champions League?
Well, you put it back on potentially not. No. Potentially not.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting how it plays out.
But yeah, it will be.
It's very tight. I can't call it. I genuinely cannot call it.
You never can. It's the Champions League.
No.
It's impossible to know because, you could look at last season and go, well, Liverpool and Real clearly the strongest, but a lot changes in a year. Real aren't dominating La Liga, so they've got that to consider as well. Whether they've just been off La Liga and throw everything at the Champions League, that could play into their advantage. But if they're doing that, so are Chelsea. Chelsea got nothing left to play for in the league, so there's no real difference there.
But also, you say obviously a lot can change over 2 legs.
Yeah. Manchester City, another one, if they're out of the Premier League title race. Or even if they're not, they've got a big enough squad to be able to compete on 2 fronts.
Across 2 legs, everyone thought Chelsea were dead and buried after the first leg against Real. They pulled it back, and then everyone thought Real did. They pulled it back. Same again. Everyone thought City were dead and buried going into the second leg. City pulled it back. Everyone thought Real were dead and buried. They brought it back. So much can change in the 90 minutes that you cannot call it in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And when you have 180 minutes and obviously extra time penalties of the same 2 teams playing against each other, it's always going to be different. It's unpredictable.
Yeah.
Especially in the quarterfinals, because everyone is.
Feels like we've got a really weak set of round of 16 games, but I feel like it could create a mental quarterfinals.
Yeah, because it means all the best teams are through.
Yeah, like we will other than Benfica and potentially Porto, if they can somehow overturn against Inter, you're probably going to end up with Chelsea. If we look at all the teams that are currently through and who are leading on aggregate scorelines after the first leg, then we have a quarterfinals of Chelsea, Benfica, City, Real,
City aren't leading.
Napoli. Just guess, wouldn't you?
Bayern
top AC and
but
Inter.
I think a Benfica or a Porto can beat an Inter or a AC or a Napoli. I
don't know.
Napoli.
Maybe if Enzo was still there, then I'd back.
I think,
sorry, an Inter and AC, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I probably overestimating Benfica because they
I
tore
don't know,
apart Club Brugge.
I feel like Benfica are just like, where are they in the league this year?
I mean, they are the only unbeaten team in the Champions League this year.
Well, obviously Dortmund were until last night.
Sorry, in the Champions League.
Oh, all right.
Throughout the whole group stage, and they're only
Benfica are 8 points clear at the top.
They've got nothing to worry about in the Liga NOS.
And they look strong this season. They really do.
Is it their year?
No.
I was going to say, again,
They'll make the semis, though. I think, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Depending on the draw.
If they get a favourable run, could do.
But I didn't think that Villarreal would beat Bayern in the semis the quarters last year, and they did.
Villarreal would make it to the semi-finals.
So you never know. We are close to starting the second half, by the way. The players are now making their way out. Well, making their way into the tunnel and now out of it. Having a look at the chat the last few minutes. Bayern not effective. They'll lose as Aquilina Mackenzie. I don't know, but PSG have had the best chance of the game. They're pretty much open goal and they've scuffed it. So none of that have really been effective. But I do agree that Bayern have, when they get the ball into nice areas, they're not creating those key chances, they're not creating high XG chances, not getting the ball in the great areas, but they're getting the ball into those initial positions where they can then create something from that. So that's a positive sign. I think Bayern have looked better than PSG so far. Whether that will continue or not, we remain to see.
No changes at the interval as far as I can see. So it should be the same 22 players heading out onto the pitch for the second half.
Half time the other match, yes indeed, Gary.
Yeah, should be.
It's half time.
Should be an absolute cracker.
And Kuku's going to silence the Etihad not just next Tuesday but for the years to come. Well, hopefully joining Chelsea, of course, come at the end of the season. Christopher Nkunku. Hopefully he clicks. I really don't know how Chelsea are going to line up next season.
Not a chance.
If we stick with the 3-4-3, I guess he starts through the middle. Rotating with Havertz.
Number 31. That is, I don't know who you are, sorry. You're coming on.
So Nordi Mukiel will not continue.
He's been bought off for
El Shadale Bitshiabu.
Now, I actually know a lot about this guy because I've had him on Football Manager.
But you didn't recognise him, disgraceful, man.
No, I don't recognise what he looks like, but I know the name.
So Nordi Mukiel, despite looking good after coming on for Marquinhos, is now off again.
Yeah.
Interesting they've preferred Bitshiabu, the 17-year-old, to 20-year-old Timothy Pembele, but I guess they trust the centre-back rather than the right-back, but yeah.
It's a good centre-half, though. Young, but good.
He is, but he's 17.
Yeah.
Like Warren Zaire-Emery, 16, also has played Champions League minutes. I think he's an incredible footballer, but he did look a little bit out of his depth at this level. Like, he's clearly a child.
See what I mean.
But, I mean, let's see how he gets on. I think the difference is obviously Zaire Emery playing in middle of the field and not being of a massive stature doesn't help, but clearly this
El Shadi Bitshiabu.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick with Bitshiabu rather than using his full name every time, but he's clearly huge.
He's good on Football Manager into that one.
Oh, and he's just absolutely ruined Eric Matip Choupo-Moting, who I will use his full name apparently.
I'll say Bitshiabu left centre, in the middle, Ramos right centre half, and Daniel.
Oh, and Kimmich has just absolutely sent Verratti to the shops, and he sent a few other players to the shops, and through come at Bayern Munich. Musiala, Davies, back to Musiala. Now across to Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich knocks it out wide. Here now is Coman.
Delivered.
That's a nice ball in, but needs someone arriving at the back post. Falls to Musiala once more. On the edge of the area. Tries to go past Verratti. Finds Davies. Hakimi jumps in there. And it's a really, really strong challenge from the Moroccan. And Davies there.
Yeah, Ramovic.
Wins the ball back from Verratti, but can't keep the ball in the field of play. In our dream, City will lose. Hopefully, in reality, City will lose.
I mean, Leipzig tested EA has a different spectacle. But, hopefully Leipzig can go toe-to-toe.
And again, it is the two most hated sides in the world facing off.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be very City, though, to win.
Or two most hated sides in Europe. I'm sure there's some other ones out there, but two most profile.
Oh, I did not go off. No, this line is having a shocker.
There's a lot on this near side that it's just like, if the ball goes anywhere near the line's just like, let's have a throw instead of actually just letting the play run. Like, it's not like he's run off the pitch. By the way, the XG in Tottenham versus AC Milan, 0.09 to 0.10. They've genuinely not had a shot, really. They've had that's about one shot per team from the halfway.
Yeah.
Like,
that's mental.
It doesn't surprise me. Tottenham plays the most boring brand of football around.
But also, no team. Tottenham are going out the Champions League.
Do you know what's going to happen? They're going to win 2-1.
Oh yeah, they're
Don't know now. Harry Kane, 80 minute and 92. Won't go extra time. 80th minute, 92.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like when they beat Ajax, despite the fact Ajax were better all game.
And this is
Muller.
Oh, what did you do?
Don't really know what's done there. Dealt well with by Danilo Pereira though.
Don't know what
Davies.
graphics he went to extra time the other game.
Make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
Man down now, and Verratti will go forward. So to be fair, we wouldn't need we might need the aggregate scoreline still to make sense of it. We'll work that out if we come to it.
Hopefully we won't.
Vitinha.
Because I don't want to watch Tottenham.
Fabian.
Messi, good tackle from
play.
This game go extra time. This game go to penalties.
Coman.
Still a lot to be decided.
Spins around and gets away from Nuno Mendes and Stanisic. Ball into a bit of a hospital area. Mendes wins it off of Coman. That's lovely from Vitinha. The burst forward. Still Vitinha. Messi. Vitinha. Mbappe. Mbappe. It's blocked.
Should have laid it off to Hakimi.
Mendes. Mbappe. Don't know why he's passed that time.
No one.
Baffling.
Poor decision making.
Your timer is a bit behind.
Is it?
Like
a couple seconds.
5 seconds, yeah. Not too bad though.
And that means there's only
Song
stops
from
for like
Batshuayi.
2 seconds. It'll catch back up. Ball to Verratti.
Verratti. Out wide to Hakimi.
Ball in. Oh, it won't really ball in. It's just ball across the pitch.
Come on. And it's off the pitch now. For a PSG throw on the near side. Hopefully Leipzig then go through but lose 7-0 in the quarters. Actually, that's not likely. Gvardiol's good at the back. Gvardiol's huge, mate.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think it'll be close no matter what the result is.
Fabian. Verratti. Now with Ramos. Pereira.
PSG probably been the better side.
Now it's
Hakimi. 5
Hakimi.
minutes.
I feel like they're not using Hakimi enough, PSG.
No,
You've got such a dangerous attacking threat in right wing back, and he's sat way too deep at the moment. I imagine they'll be more expressive as the game goes on, PSG.
Yeah.
But
Musiala, that's brilliant.
And now Musiala coming forwards. He's got Goretzka in midfield for support. Still Musiala goes to Choupo-Moting. Should finish. Falls on the ball.
Defending.
Bayern fans want a penalty. I mean, definitely not.
Don't know how has he not scored. Ball's still alive. Muller cuts it back to
Kimmich, and it's blocked by Choupo-Moting. It's actually just been blocked.
The flag goes up
by
to your
Choupo-Moting. I fully.
Nagelsmann is furious.
I've just watched.
Nagelsmann is absolutely furious. I think they are checking it for a potential penalty. But yeah, it's blocked by Choupo-Moting. Oh my god.
I just cannot fathom how he's here.
And I mean, this one, how has he not scored? That's not a pen.
Oh, wow.
Not a pen. No.
No, didn't everyone just get the book?
No. That is not a penalty. But how is what? I don't know what he's doing.
I was just furious, you mate, and just doesn't kick the football.
I don't know
and
what
then
he's
gets in the way of the shot.
Yeah, and then just blocks it, just kneels down and then just stands up.
I don't know why he stands in that position as if there's nothing he can do there.
He should just ran off the pitch and just ran away.
Just ran away. I really want to say just run away. Davies. Musiala. That's a good ball. That is in! It's Choupo-Moting. He's flicked it on.
I'm not sure it's him, but he's taken it.
Choupo-Moting. Of course it is. We've slated him all stream for being just tragic. And it's been ruled off.
Oh.
It's been ruled off for something, I think. Based on that reaction. Because they've all stopped celebrating and Choupo-Moting looks furious. Now I saw Nagelsmann's reaction first. He was buzzed and then he wasn't. Is Choupo-Moting offside? I'm guessing he is. No, but does Muller touch it?
They're checking it.
Okay, I think this will be ruled on. I think this will be ruled on.
It's going to stand.
I don't see what's wrong with it. VAR having a look. I think that's Clement Turpin, the ref. I might be wrong.
No, it's Daniel Osato.
Daniel Osato, that's it. He's asking VAR, can you have a cheeky little gander at that? Because I don't know if that's allowed or not.
Massimiliano Arati's on VAR and it's offside.
It's offside. Oh. So I'm guessing Muller has either interfered with the play.
How snappy was that? Premier League would take 10 years.
From Choupo-Moting's touch on, they're deemed that...
He interferes with it.
He interferes with play.
Which you could argue puts off Donnarumma.
It barely touches Choupo-Moting either, but...
Flag's gone up, and no goal. Still 0-0 on the night, 1-0 on aggregate to Bayern.
Yeah.
There we go.
Goretzka wins it back, Musiala. Now Hakimi, Verratti, and it's won by Musiala once more. Play allowed to continue. I like that from Osato so far tonight. He's let the play run quite nicely. I mean, I've not said his name. Danny Mackley, however, didn't shut up about him for the first half.
Yeah.
Says a lot about referees, how much you notice them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jan Sommer, ball forwards. Well on the air by Nuno Mendes. Fabian. Goretzka, Muller does well getting back in. Now Goretzka, Musiala. Bayern can come forwards. The ball is played out wide. Choupo-Moting brings it under control and then loses the ball instantly to Danilo Pereira. Out of play for a Bayern. Choupo-Moting looks constantly surprised.
Yeah,
maybe he's surprised as to how he's here.
Yeah.
But there's a constant look of surprise on his face. Every time the camera's panned to him tonight.
What's going on? Don't know what's going on. Right hand over.
No, I think it's... now he's getting booked. I don't know why he keeps looking away. Osato's saying, look at me, mate. He's just ignoring him. Show the ref a bit of respect. Yeah. It's just common decency. If someone says, look at me, don't then just stare over at the crowd. Yeah. Or at the paper things that Bayern have thrown on the pitch. And now Hakimi. Can't force down this right hand side. Kylian Mbappe. Can he play the ball forwards? No, it's booted back to Sommer. Yeah. That'd be one way for them to concede, wouldn't it? Sommer just keeps making mistakes tonight.
Game gets cut wide open because Sommer misses the ball.
Yeah. By the way, every time that a side has those big bits of card they all hold up at the start of the game, I've just put out a message just to make a cool little thing. Yeah, they 100% of the time. I'm sure if you drop a graph, there'll be a direct correlation between giving fans cards and cards ending up on the pitch.
Yeah, they're doing good.
But yeah. Conrad Benz went to the stream. FIFA wants PSG to win. I'm sure FIFA does, but FIFA doesn't have any jurisdiction over this game, so doesn't really matter for them. And Rob, welcome back. What happened? Well, PSG. Well, Bayern scored, but it was ruled offside as Thomas Muller was deemed to have interfered with play. Bit of a harsh call, but he did try to kick the ball from an offside position. So, sort of, a just decision in the end. Ramos loses out. Choupo-Moting, 2 foots. Nuno Mendes, not in the eyes of Osato though.
And Nuno Mendes gone down injured.
PSG score and send this to penalties, please.
God.
Davies coming forward. They're not having any of the ball at the moment, PSG. Bayern have been all over them the first 10 minutes of the second half. Choupo-Moting heads it to Goretzka, back with Choupo-Moting. He's kicked it off. That was intentional. Not. He did just get the ball in the middle of the pitch and boot it off accidentally.
Is Mendes still down?
Yeah, Mendes is down holding his ankle. This will be a third forced PSG substitution tonight.
But I don't know. I'm right. There's a word.
Oh, and Nagelsmann's having a go at Galtier. Go on, scrap. The scenes.
Poor official's not really sorting anything out. But my question is, obviously, isn't this would count as PSG's third stoppage? Oh no,
so they wouldn't be allowed another substitution.
That is a horrible tackle, right?
No, the half time doesn't count as a stoppage, does it?
Yeah,
I don't think. I think that they would be allowed that outside of substitutions. Stoppages, so yeah.
Mendes still down. It was not very nice.
But it would leave them with 2 subs left and 34 minutes to play plus.
I'm surprised Nagelsmann was showing a yellow card there because he went over to the PSG technical area and started having a go at their coaching staff. And you can't really do that. But yeah, Nuno Mendes will be alright to carry on. So died down a bit. The Galtier.
Just in a tweet about the Tottenham game. That Tottenham first half was painful to watch as a neutral. Their own fans must have been tearing their hair out. It's mad that a side with the front three of Kane, Son and Kulusevski can be so lacking in attacking threat when they know they have to win on the night.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Thumbs up Tottenham season, I think.
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Stanisic. Ball smashed forwards and Coman's giving chase. Donnarumma's forgot where his penalty box is, but luckily he didn't handle it. We've not got a Nick Pope situation on our hands. Muller. Coman. Can he deliver it? He can. Choupo-Moting isn't first to head it. Danilo Pereira heads it away. But the last time we slagged off a bang average Bundesliga forward, Anthony Modeste, he ended up scoring.
Yeah, I was going to say. Who can we slag off now?
Drew the tie level.
Rubbish.
He's not a bang average Bundesliga forward. No. But Choupo-Moting, on the other hand, very much is.
He's Coman.
Muller. I think he might have been offside. Puts the ball in anyway. Choupo-Moting can't win the header.
Falls to Musiala. Can he get it at his feet?
Can he have a shot? Gives it to Kimmich. Nice ball out wide to Muller. How he's found that pass, I don't know. But it's sensational. Muller inside. Flicked away by Bayern. Davies down to Joshua Kimmich. So vaccination check and for Tottenham's performance, it's the history of Tottenham. Yeah.
They are just dull.
Especially under Conte. Do you think Poch is going back for a second term?
Do Tottenham fans want him back?
He was the
closest he ever got to winning any trophies. Premier League and Champions League.
I just feel even if you don't win anything, something, at least you get some interesting football for a few years.
Yeah, very true.
Well, so on to the stream. I believe this is a new viewer. Reese Hagenars. Hoping I've pronounced that correctly. If not, please do correct the pronunciation. But yeah, he says, can it go to pens if PSG score?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. It will go to extra time. If PSG score, we'll go to extra time and then to penalties.
That shows
Goretzka. I think it took a touch off.
Yes, it did.
The young centre half, whose name is very difficult to pronounce for seeing it for the first time. What'd you say?
Bit Shiabu.
All right, if you say that quickly, you get at least 2 different swear words in there. But yes, if it is by a goal.
Yeah, so if PSG score, it will go to extra time, and if we're still level after 30 minutes of extra time, we'll go to penalties.
Yeah.
Bayern corner
ball now
just
for
over
Bayern Munich.
Half an hour to go.
I just feel Bayern are more likely to score, but if PSG could break on the counter, that's probably the best chance, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Think of the complexion of this game thus
where
far.
Messi is.
You'd want Mbappe though on the counter. He's in his own
Ball
penalty
in,
area.
it's headed over by
Goretzka, and that is over. But yeah, Bayern pushing for another one, and that's some fans.
Brilliant banners.
They create the atmosphere. Don't
not
they?
only cheering
German
the team
football
on,
fans,
but it's just like some random, really nice ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen in a game of English football where "Fight Sexism" is a banner in the crowd. So yeah, but they are creating some a beautiful display.
As I say, that's not
behind
only powerful messages, but it's also powerful chanting. Cheering their team on. Verratti's messed around there.
And now they've won it back.
And Goretzka.
Choupo-Moting, he has scored. He's got his goal. It's offside.
No, they haven't. No,
it stands.
Bayern's
actually scored. Choupo-Moting in the Champions League knockout stages. Verratti is fuming. Choupo-Moting celebrating. We knew it was going to happen.
Have a look at it.
We knew it was going to happen. Choupo-Moting has his goal.
But if this stands, this would be massive.
We've slagged him off all stream. Yeah. But he remained cool, calm, collected when it mattered most. Goretzka squares it. Choupo-Moting slots it home.
Is it going to stand?
I mean, he did some cool celebrations. I wish he'd wheeled away in celebration. Knee slides. 2 foots the corner flag. Something like that, but no. Decided instead just to sort of do like some Spider-Man things with his hands and then finger guns, which is so Choupo-Moting. But yeah, that could be a big goal for Bayern Munich.
Huge goal, that. And you'd think that's going to see Bayern Munich through now.
Yeah. Reese, I'm Dutch, that's why my last name is hard to pronounce, and I'm a PSG fan. Oh, apologies, Reese, you've joined at a terrible time as we've just seen Bayern Munich score. But yeah, I'm guessing it's Hagenars. Yeah, I hope I'm correct. But yeah, PSG trying to bring it forwards. And they get a free kick. And now Messi, Vitinha. There's a lot more urgency about PSG's demeanour now. Hakimi, high up the pitch. Releases Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe holds off of Meccano. Meccano wins the ball back. Fellow countryman, of course, of Meccano and Mbappe, their teammates at the World Cup. Alphonso Davies passed their files to find a teammate. And despite all of
corner.
Bayern's good work, they have now conceded a corner. I'm sure they'd rather concede a corner than a goal.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, I'm glad I've managed to pronounce your name right.
PSG need 2 goals very, very quickly.
But yeah, if Meccano gives it to Davies, Davies just puts it out for a corner. PSG, ball in, cleared away. Well, not convincingly by Sommer, but it is away at least. And Choupo-Moting's won the ball back. PSG slipped over though. He's still got the ball, he slipped over again. I love watching Choupo-Moting. He's quality. Here's Fabian. Now Mbappe.
Brilliant from Mbappe.
Burst of pace. Ball in. It's over the top of everyone. Hakimi. Recovers the ball. Verratti. Hakimi. Delivers. Blocked by Davies. Out for a corner again.
We've got to see emergency from PSG now. They need 2 goals in 27 minutes.
It looks a lot more urgent now, their play.
They've got to go for it now. They've got to go for it now.
They've got nothing to lose by conceding, and they've got everything to play for if they can get a goal now. 27 minutes on the clock.
I mean, they want to respond as soon as possible.
2 goals needed just to take us to extra time. But, yeah. Messi. Ball in. Can it be met by anyone? It's met by the head of Sergio Ramos, and Jansson makes up for his earlier mistake with a fantastic save. This is why they brought him in. They saw him do it time and time again against Bayern Munich, and
Ramos
doing it in Bayern colours there.
More than that. That is
huge
a super
stop.
Save.
And is that so strong left hand to push it wide as well, rather than into the oncoming PSG players.
And
he earns himself a couple high fives from his defenders.
Again.
They play it short this time.
Why?
Messi plays it to Vitinha on the edge. The touch is
let him down.
Awful.
Touch really let him down there.
Yeah, and now PSG have turned their own corner into a midfield battle. And Thomas Muller almost winning it off Vitinha there as they've been forced all the way back to their goalkeeper. What a save. Competing with Kepa, the reactions, sensational from Jan Sommer. One of the most underrated goalkeepers of the last sort of decade. He's been stuck at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Well, that's a terrible location to be stuck at.
Yeah, true.
They've played some decent football over the years. They've had Champions League a couple seasons, but he's never been, he's never won a Bundesliga, never won anything. I don't think he's ever got a trophy. Poor bloke. But Bayern should win something this year. I don't know whether they're still in the Pokal. I don't think they are, from memory, but I seem to remember them being knocked out.
They usually get knocked out of the Pokal. So one thing they never usually win.
Nah, they usually win everything, but...
Do they?
Yeah, it's Bayern Munich, mate. They beat Mainz 4-0, so I'm waffling.
They are still in that. Who have they got next round?
Freiburg.
Ooh.
Tuesday the 4th of April. Yeah, that's the week where they've decided to throw every football game on when we're away.
Yeah.
And it's like Chelsea-Liverpool, the semis of the second leg of the semis of the Copa del Rey.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And the Pokal quarters or semis.
24 minutes to go now. PSG.
Which says we can never win a trophy. Well, PSG win everything domestically, but yeah, it seems once again
it's going to be
they're going to fail in Europe.
Tall order to pull this one back.
Yeah. And if this result doesn't change, this will probably be the topic of our podcast episode next week.
Hakimi. Why is he slowing down?
Unless, Man City lose 7-0 to Palace or something.
Which would be hilarious.
Would be, yeah.
Mbappe tries to figure around the corner, doesn't quite work. Messi flicks it on,
Mbappe shot away on goal. It's a good save from Sommer again. Pedro Porro for Perisic. With Varch AC Milan then.
I was going to say. No, is that game still
ongoing? Apparently.
Leroy Sané coming on for Bayern Munich. When the ball next goes.
That's quite an aggressive substitution for Bayern. I don't know why. Sure, at this point you just protect your lead, but They're pushing for a third instead.
But Champions League got 4 goals in 6 games in the Champions League.
He's actually unstoppable. Maybe I was wrong. I don't think I am. I just think he is just a...
Would you feel comfortable starting in the Champions League final?
I mean, it's not ideal, but you'd imagine Mane will be fit by that point anyway. And if worst comes to worst, he can do a job. But
yeah.
That's the thing, he's not a terrible finisher, but that is about all he brings to
Leroy Sané
to the game.
For that man just mentioned.
They've had enough.
He scored a goal, he's done his job, he's going off. Easy finish.
It is the most Choupo-Moting goal, though.
Yeah.
He's been struggling with build-up play and basic ability to pass all game, but if you put him in the 6-yard box with an easy finish to make, he will finish it.
Yeah.
And Sané up front will just offer you a bit more aggression in the press.
Brilliant ball that is from Ramos.
Because we'll put a bit more pressure on that PSG back three. Messi's found himself a lot deeper this second half. It's like he's gone central midfield and Vitinha's pushed forwards. Mendes, I don't know whether that's a instruction from Galtier or whether that's just what Messi's chosen to do. But PSG corner now. I think Nuno Mendes will take. You will. And they fill the box, PSG. I mean, 20 minutes, you're really saying they've got to score in the next sort of 5-10. If they want any hope in this game, Nuno Mendes delivers it to the back post. It falls to Lionel Messi. That's exactly the man we want on the edge of the box, but it's blocked. And now Coman
Coman's in.
Sends them. And now him and Sané can break. Though they're getting back quickly and in numbers, PSG. Sané across to Coman. Big touch from Nuno Mendes, but it can't be kept on. That's going to be a corner.
I feel Sané made the wrong decision there. I feel like he should have gone left to Alphonso Davies.
I just subscribed. Thank you very much, Reese. Appreciate it massively.
Thank you. Oh, you feel he had to go left there to Alphonso Davies.
Glad you've enjoyed the stream tonight. Make sure to join us on Sunday. I think we're covering Fulham versus Arsenal, and of course Champions League next week as well. But
yes, a lot of football coming up.
And welcome to the stream, Amona Hodra. I think another new viewer just says Coman, Kingsley Coman, brilliant footballer. Obviously was the decisive factor in the first leg, and looked like he was going to break away on the counter attack just there.
Ball in.
And it's not met by anyone for PSG.
Goretzka puts it back in, head away.
And Messi tries to get onto it, but Sané wins it back. Davies. Now it is with Leroy Sané. Musiala. Sané. Nice play from Bayern down this left-hand side. Sané and Musiala trying to link up, but it's out of play now for a Bayern throw. Verratti puts it out of touch. And Davies will take the throw. Kimmich. Back now with the Bayern defenders. Matthias de Ligt across to Meccano. Mbappe applies the press, but they play out of it quite nicely, and now it is with Stanisic. I was worried about Stanisic coming into this game. I thought you're throwing in quite a young player into a position he's not really familiar with. He's obviously a right back and playing tonight a right centre half, but he's looked more than comfortable dealing with the threat that PSG pose.
Every time it's Lino thinks the ball's gone off the pitch.
How much of a miss do you think Neymar's been for PSG tonight?
No.
No?
No, I don't know what he adds to this game.
A different formation. I think without three up fronts, PSG have lacked forward options.
Has the changing system cost PSG?
As much as you don't rate Neymar, I think Neymar is a superb footballer.
Well, I think he's good, but I just change the system might help.
The link-up play between him and Neymar and Mbappe would have been better than Mbappe trying to do it all by himself.
I feel like Galtier's got it wrong tonight.
Yeah.
And it could come. It looks like it's going to come down to cost him at the end of the day.
Do you think he'll still be here next season?
Nah.
Fair enough.
They win everything anyway, so they might as well keep rotating managers until they win.
That's the question. Who can win the Champions League with PSG? Like, is it possible?
There was only one man.
And why do they keep trying to
go to PSG?
What, Pep?
No.
Jurgen?
No.
Tuchel?
Jose Mourinho.
Definitely not going to happen. And I don't think so. I don't think in the modern era.
That's your man.
I don't think in the modern era Jose wins Champions Leagues, unfortunately. Love Jose Mourinho.
He wins Champions
League. Top quality manager.
What.
But there's a reason he's currently managing Roma in the Conference League and not at Champions League.
But he's still winning.
He is, and I still rate him really highly. I think he's done well with Roma. But he's got a fun project going on there. Though he has reportedly fallen out of the board, so might not be much
probably
longer.
Because he was, at an under-14s game, booing their opposition players.
Yeah. Absolutely quality from Jose.
There's no option to do that.
Could you see Pep at PSG if City are punished?
Probably.
Penalised. Do you think he's winning the Champions League?
No.
Interesting. But yeah, I think more crucial for PSG is a director of football that understands football.
Yeah.
Stop buying loads of footballers for loads of money and build a team.
Tries to put the ball in towards Mbappe.
It does feel like they have changed their approach though. I think, the acquisitions of Nuno Mendes, Renato Sanchez, Achraf Hakimi, they present a much more balanced approach to recruitment and a lot of free transfers as well.
It's not let's just chuck as much money as we possibly can at strikers and see what happens.
They've switched from the days of just Cavani and then Icardi, Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, Messi, Choupo-Moting.
And just win every game 7-6.
I mean, I think Hugo Ekitike as well from...
Yeah, that's good.
Who did you join? Reims?
But they've still got players like Onda Herrera there. And
Is he still there?
Yeah, I
thought he left on a free at the end of last season.
I might have.
But I think the PSG are starting to build a good young team.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But still not good enough to compete, I think, yet. Which has been proven tonight.
That's the problem, yeah. You've still got some deadwood, I think, on that PSG side. You've still got a dysfunctional team. A lot of them have only been playing for the side of one season. And they've still not got depth. I mean, the fact we've seen a right back come on at centre-half and then a 17-year-old come on. The fact that Warren Zaïre-Emery's been given as many minutes as he has, yes, they're incredible talents. And PSG should be making more of their youth academy, Look at the players that come through PSG's youth and none of them have played for PSG.
Yeah.
I mean, Kingsley Coman, literally on the pitch tonight, for the opposition, is the greatest example of that. But yeah. And obviously, Xavi Simons, one of the most high-profile youngsters in Europe right now. Another example. It's stunning the PSG don't make more use of their academy, but I can't understand how a 17-year-old is starting in a crucial game like this. How Danilo Pereira is playing centre-half in a crucial game like this. It's not like they've had a massive injury crisis either, is it? They've got Presnel Kimpembe out, and this is what their team looks like. And obviously Marquinhos now. And Verratti, that's an ambitious ball forwards, and Sommer claims that quite nicely. It's also comfortable tonight. There's another player I wide out, other than when he literally did pass it to their forwards. Sane. Can he find anyone? Sends Ramos the other way, and then he fires his shot wide of the mark. 15 minutes to play, though. I don't think PSG have got what it takes to turn this around. I really don't.
No.
But, yeah. Nagelsmann content with that attempt.
Yeah.
Sane just trying to do anything to get the shot on goal and see what happens, which is fair enough. Considering obviously the blunder that led to the first goal. I mean, from Donnarumma, speaking of the youngsters at PSG, as we were mentioning a moment ago, Warren Zaïre-Emery will now take to the field. If you're Renato Sanchez, you've got to be questioning what you've got to do to get minutes.
He just sits on the bench, does nothing.
Because they're literally, in a crucial moment in the Champions League tie, they're thrown on 16-year-old Warren Zaïre-Emery, or 17-year-old Warren Zaïre-Emery now, rather than Renato Sanchez.
It is bizarre. That's handball.
It's his face. How's handball?
Oh, I thought it was
No.
15 minutes to go. Mane was sent out to warm up. He's just come back, so we could be seeing him for the last 15 minutes.
Good stream, Harry and Jack. See you next time, my friends. All right, Chelsea fans. We will be back on Sunday with Arsenal vs Fulham.
Thanks
for joining us then. Of course, we will have two other games on at the same time, which we'll be also discussing. I think it's West Ham Villa and Manchester United Southampton. So a lot going on Sunday.
Sane's
in.
Sure,
join us. Sane, that looked a foul, but
well, only got the ball. Good tackle from the youngster.
Fair enough.
From the young centre half. He's looked decent since he came on.
By not protesting that too much. Vitinha. Mendes.
But again, no change to PSG.
He tries to get past Coman, but that's off the field of play.
Keep running off the pitch's side.
Yeah, we're going to see a replay here.
Got the ball. Yeah,
that is actually a superb challenge.
But yeah,
judged to perfection.
Just no changes for PSG since the goal. It's just like
they've brought on Warren Zaïre-Emery.
Oh yeah, but that's about it.
Again, that seems less aggressive. You've taken off a more attacking, creative midfielder in Fabian Ruiz and replaced him with a more defensive option in Warren Zaïre-Emery.
Agreed.
But yeah. Galtier's game management today has been interesting.
And he's got a tactical
the fact
lock.
you brought on a substitute who you weren't sure would make it to the end and then had to bring him off again, it's a complete waste of a substitution. And also, not doing a double change when you bring on Zaire-Emery has now cost them because they can't make another sub.
No.
2 extra times. So that's it now. PSG, the players on the pitch have to do something now for PSG.
By the way, absolutely nothing has happened at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Should we see how many shots there have been?
I'm going to go 4.
Mate, 6 for AC Milan, 5 for Tottenham, just 1 on target each.
It's just embarrassing.
Just 1.
You've got the world's best football, some of the world's best footballers on that pitch. Son, Kane, Leao, Giroud, and none of them.
Yeah. Milan don't have to push for anything, and Tottenham are doing nothing.
Tottenham never pushing their life.
Based on the fact that Kane's got a 5.8 and Son's got a 5.9, I don't think they've touched the ball tonight.
No.
I mean, Kane, how many touches? 31. It's not horrific. Son, 27. Kulusevski, 47. Let's compare that with Fraser Forster. I'm expecting high now. Forster, I'll be disappointed. 24 to be fair. It's lower, but yeah.
Wow. It's just been boring.
And Tottenham have 23 minutes to turn around. They made 1 change so far. That's to bring on Pedro Porro at left wing back, which is not very bad.
Coman's in.
Coman's a good ball inside to Sane. The touch isn't sensational. I don't really know why Coman sort of played it right at his feet.
He was in, wasn't he?
He also played it right at his feet, which is hard.
He didn't want to score in his form side.
Yeah. So, by the way, such a weak bench tonight. They've named 2 players less than Milan. And Milan are a travelling team.
Why would you not just chuck some youngsters on there?
Baffling. But they've got Danjuma, they've got Richarlison, they've got 22 minutes. Surely changes are happening soon.
By the way, Sadio Mane is going to come on for Bayern Munich when the ball next exits the field. So that should be interesting. I'm guessing it's for Coman.
Or Musiala. Would make more sense considering Coman's playing wing back.
Oh, yeah, he is.
But Musiala and then, or Muller. And then they'll move Sane out wide and...
and move Sane around. Put him anywhere, really. He'll play well.
And Mane back through the middle. Or let's just play Mane on the left.
Yeah.
He usually plays.
But
Kane just 0.12 XG. Well,
You'd expect this game just to peter out now last 10 minutes.
We will watch the end of that Tottenham AC Milan game, so don't go anywhere upon the conclusion of this game.
Tottenham going to score and we're going to watch them get extra time. We've got 30 minutes of absolutely nothing and they go to penalties.
Yeah.
Vitinha, Messi, Verratti. Zaire-Emery. I mean, you feel if PSG score now, though, they've got time. We've seen Real Madrid last year, pulled it off against Chelsea, pulled it off against...
Oh wait, chat still can't decide whether Bayern or PSG is going to win. 30 votes in the poll in chat, 47% for Bayern, 47% for PSG.
Still
7% think it's going to go to extra time. If PSG win this now, they've got to score 3 goals in 10 minutes. Personally, don't see it myself, but...
2 is possible if they score in the next 3 or 4.
Verratti.
They've got to go for it. You feel, they've got to go for it now. They sent Ramos up front.
Mbappe, he's very deep, Kylian Mbappe.
Into corner.
It's out for a corner. Not been too... I mean, they did have that good chance record, to be fair. Ramos put that one on target. Forced a good save out of Jan Sommer.
Chance where Mbappe, had 2 where he's ran himself
Bit of precipitation out of the Allianz. Could this cause Bayern to slip up? Oh, I don't know. It's
been absolutely chucking it down. But yeah, here comes
Let's catch a really wet camera.
And he's coming on. That's for he's got that. Oh no, that's for PSG.
How PSG allowed to make it on sub? Or was there no stoppages rule in the Champions League?
Oh, maybe.
Something like that.
But Vitinha's coming off from
44. Another child, by the looks of it.
I don't know who you are.
Hugo Ekitike. So they're throwing another striker on. They're going for this now. 4-2-4
and
for
one
PSG.
Bernat.
That's a 6th sub.
No, it's not.
Zaire-Emery, Mukiel,
Bernat.
Ekitike, Bernat.
And Badiashile. Not...
Badiashile.
Bitshabu.
Yeah.
And Musiala is coming off for Sadio Mane. So that'll be Sane to the left and Mane to lead the line. It's a lot of green ratings for Bayern there.
Bayern green across the board. PSG green all on the right side and on the left side orange. 5.8 rating for Kylian Mbappe tonight.
Yeah, it's been a bit quiet. Ball in from Messi. It's not a bad one towards Ramos again. It's just wide. Just wide from Sergio
So that's
Ramos.
the problem when you can't even have any chances like this. Like you'd expect Ramos in the Champions League. I expect goals, and it's not happened tonight. And PSG sinking without much of a trace. Bayern have been better over the legs. 2-1 nil victories, I think, would represent the dominance Bayern have held in the games quite adequately. Quite accurately, sorry, not adequately. So, yeah. 8 minutes left for PSG to pull off the impossible. Oh, wow. Improbable.
Yeah, so that's not impossible, never impossible, until the whistle goes.
If it's 30-0 with 3 minutes left, I would start saying that's probably impossible.
It's not though, because it is genuine. You know, it's improbable, but it's not impossible. You have to be very quick.
The opposition will just keep battering them in their own net, maybe. But Messi, Hakimi keeps it on.
Kept on, to be fair, yeah.
That's good from Danilo Pereira. Ramos gets across to it, almost caught out by Mane. Just about gets it across to Zaire Emery. One Banat. Touch isn't superb, but he's kept possession. Banat, Ramos. Now Pereira. 7 minutes to go. PSG. Ball flies forwards. Pereira finds Banat. That's brought down a lot nicer than his previous touch, though. Banat tries to send Stanisic one way then the other. Zaire Emery. Verratti. This needs to be going forwards. It's a poor touch from Ekitike.
That's not a poor touch.
Yeah, well.
He even slapped at his chest.
Yeah.
And again, it's just costed. More attempts for PSG, more corners, better possession. But Bayern have just done what they've needed to do on the night.
PSG only need 2 goals because they're away. No, Reece. The away goals rule was scrapped last year.
So PSG scored 2. We're going extra time. PSG need to score 3 if they want to win.
Only reason rules changed though, so I can understand the misconception there. But no longer away goals.
Some competitions still have it in.
I prefer having the extra time than every time than having away goals.
Especially like things like
PSG free kick.
No, Ramos has just done, and he helped him up. That was a bit strange. Ramos shoved him to the floor and then helped him up.
No, Muller knocked the ball past him and then Ramos made the challenge afterwards, but referee would blown the whistle, picked him up.
But yeah,
There is Hakimi.
they kind of scrapped the rule as well because like for example Real last year,
Messi, Zaire Emery,
ball
forwards.
And
Hakimi can't get out of his feet, and it's challenged by Meccano. It's out for a throw. That is superb from Bayern.
Another chance goes
Imperious,
straight to
French
PSG.
centre half. Zaire Emery, Verratti, back to Zaire Emery.
Brilliant.
Driving inside.
Zaire Emery.
Such a nice drive, but he can't
did
quite
well.
get it to
He did
Ekitike.
well.
Sane
Running at
flying forwards now with the ball, and Bayern more than happy just to chill in these sorts of areas of the pitch, because if they're here, PSG aren't bearing in on their goal. Ekitike makes the foul. 5 minutes, PSG in need of 2 goals. It seems unlikely now that we're going to see any change in the scoreline, unless there is a hefty amount of additional time. There is now going to be a substitution. I think it's Leon Goretzka making way. It is indeed. It's going to be João Cancelo and Serge Gnabry. Still 2 changes that surprised me there, but Kingsley Coman off for Gnabry. Gnabry moving into this right wing back position, or potentially higher up the pitch, as João Cancelo is also coming on. Imagine he'll be a wing back. Which wing back it is though, I don't know. It is the number 25, Thomas Muller, making way for João Cancelo. So you imagine Gnabry move forward, Cancelo to right wing back, and Bayern will just sit in now for the last 5 minutes and see this result out.
Probably.
Good result though. Bayern will be through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League for yet another season. I don't know the last time they didn't do that.
No, I don't. Because they got knocked out the quarterfinals last year. Can they go
to a
further?
Spanish side? Will they draw Real Madrid? That would be a tie to watch. If we got Bayern Real Madrid. Sane
Poor from Verratti.
gets away from Verratti. Verratti wins the ball back. Ekitike.
Verratti.
Still going Verratti, and it's cut out, and someone's going to rush forwards and collect that.
Really, that's a really smart decision for someone to notice that. And then you're going to slow his team down, tell him he's going to come get it.
Stanisic.
Yeah.
Carrying the ball out of defence. Goes to Kimmich.
I think Bayern do deserve to go through.
Sane.
I think they've been the better side over
Plays it out wide. Here is Coman.
And they'll be the third team confirmed through to the quarterfinals.
One back by Pereira. And now PSG can break. Mbappe. No, he's held by Bayern's midfield. Free kick awarded. I think this game's done now. Messi. But these are the sort of moments the Champions League games are made of, though. Like if there was to be a sudden switch of the game, Zaire push the ball forwards. Can he find someone? Kylian Mbappe down in the box.
Tackle.
No
Big
penalty
tackle.
awarded. I think that's a fair challenge.
Brilliant tackle from Alphonso Davies again.
Zaire Emery gets the ball in another good position. Ramos.
So the amount of chances that PSG had, you would expect them to at least.
This has to go into the box. It does go into the box. Headed away by De Ligt.
He's been brilliant.
Probably brilliant. Man of the match.
I mean, yeah, close to.
I'd say he's my player of the match. He's kept Mbappe quiet.
He has, but
him and McCartney.
There was other really good players on the pitch.
All right, yeah. Zaire Emery. Bernat. Penref says XZ. Imagine if Sane assists Mane. For the night, alright.
Ball in.
Headed away unconvincingly by Josip Stanisic. Kept on by Zaire Emery.
Just really Zaire Emery to keep it on. He's been brilliant since he came.
Can he get the ball in? He does. It's De Ligt again.
So Ramos
meets
up
it.
Front.
Makes sense.
I mean, if I never know.
Zaire Emery has the ball again.
Not expecting 2 minutes of added time at all. So.
Minute and a half to play.
There's a red
plus
card
whatever there is additional.
Christian Romero's been sent off.
I'm not surprised. Honestly, if you hadn't said it so quickly, my prediction was going to be Christian Romero. That is not surprising in the slightest. Well, that should be Tottenham done then. Gnabry coming forward just to put the game to bed, and it's 3-0 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Serge Gnabry on the break. Bayern 2, PSG 0. Bayern into the quarter-finals, and Paris Saint-Germain rue yet another missed opportunity at a Champions League title. Their elusive UCL title will go begging yet another year, and that is all over here.
In both games, probably all over.
Yep. Herrera sent off in our other fixture, and PSG have now conceded a third. They are claiming there was a foul in the build-up.
Well on their way.
Is Gnabry on side? It looks like he very much was.
Brilliant
good finish though from Serge Gnabry.
He loves the Champions League night, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Usually he loves one in London, but he's still one exceptional player.
The fact you've got Gnabry to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Is it with Chelsea? Wasn't he?
Could Bayern mount a challenge this year? Who knows?
I don't think it's unfathomable as long as they don't have to start tube promoting. But he did score tonight, so
he did.
Maybe I need to stop the tube promoting disrespect.
How many minutes of our time have we got? Not expecting too many.
2 goals and 7 matches for Gnabry in this year's Champions League campaign. Not exactly prolific, but we know the knockout stage is where he thrives.
How many have we got? Forfeiture puts his board up and displays the number 5.
5 minutes for PSG to score 3 goals. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Wow,
if AC Milan score, it's over. I think it's over anyway, but we could switch over. Considering this game is done, that ball rolls out. Yeah, all right. We're gonna. Yeah, it's now watching the other game. We'll move over to Tottenham Milan. I think this one, I don't see much hope for PSG now. They've got to find 3 goals. So Milan throwing on substitutes now as we switch over. 10 minutes to play in this one. Ismail Benacer.
Someone just if you got it. If once the game gets to full time.
Or the
PSG one.
Yeah. I'll get a notification.
Right. But yeah, Milan fans bouncing. They're probably and Origi's coming on for Giroud. We've turned out at the right time. We've got the Origi's on the pitch. 10 minutes to go though. Tottenham down to 10 men. I'm annoyed we missed that Romero challenge. We should have flicked over when we saw the red card. I'm sure it's horrific.
I'll see if I can find a clip.
As I say.
No, it's probably doing
I wonder if
around
it's a straight red
well.
or 2 yellows.
My guess will be he's gone through about 3 different guys.
Probably. 10 minutes to go. Tottenham down to 10 men. Milan looking very comfortable. And here is Rafael Leao.
He two-footed Teo Hernandez. As Teo Hernandez was flying down the left. He's completely reckless.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Based on that picture.
That is ridiculous. Such a car crash of centre half.
Everyone with the same reaction. Romero's went off. Imagine my shock. Embarrassing player. Tottenham fan says, well done Romero, letting the whole club down. Adding a few expletives in there.
I mean, yes, he has done that, but he spiced up the game because it's been dull as dishwater.
Yeah, and someone's just put Romero red question mark and the clip of that bloke from AFTV saying he's done it again. Every single fucking time.
Oh dear. Clement Turpin again. I believe he's shown a red card this year in Champions League. Very big tackle there. But yeah.
Salamakers, that's cut out by Davies.
I mean,
Will Tottenham find a late
off,
goal?
They're
down to 10.
Here's Kane. He's not Kane.
Lost out.
Possible.
But now he's won it back, Harry Kane.
And he's been fouled. Has he been fouled? Turpin says yes.
Yeah, Kalulu brings him down.
With 8 minutes to go,
Nice Clement Turpin. I've missed him.
Yeah.
Looks like the bloke from Ratatouille.
Last game we watched him would have been the Barca United second leg in Europa League.
Yeah. So I've seen him recently. He might have done one of the Champions League games as well, I think. Last week.
Oh yeah, well I might have missed one.
Yeah. It could be harsh for us to do a Champions League game on a Tuesday and then...
And on comes Davinson
Sanchez, everybody.
Why? I'm sorry. I know
you've been for another red.
I know you've been sent off.
Kudos, let's go for Sanchez.
I know you've been sent off. But why are you being on a centre half?
They really are going for corners, aren't they?
But I guess they should have scored and then made that. Only make so usually they score because then they're obviously going to need.
Well, they're more physical presence in the box, so it's more likely Davinson Sanchez is going to clear this off Tottenham's line, off of AC's line. Pedro Porro over this one. He's not had the most. That's not a great.
Free kick sums up.
So I was trying to find a word to describe his start to life in Tottenham. He described it in one free kick. Sanchez down the box.
That a penalty?
I think that might be given on VAR review. Not given by Turpin.
Tottenham just don't care.
Leao coming forward. Son can't foul him. No one fouled him.
Leao.
Still Rafael Leao. Falls to Tonali and it's blocked. I thought that would be game set match.
This is hilarious to watch. I don't know what I'm watching.
Conrad with some love hearts. Thank you for the love, Conrad. Good night, peeps. Good night, cauliflower.
Night. Oh, this is just...
Still 7 minutes to go, though, in Tottenham versus AC Milan. Leao is in. No, he isn't.
He was in and then he wasn't. And he practiced Tonali.
Harry, sync the timer. We don't have a time for the Tottenham AC game.
No.
I'll put full time on the Bayern PSG one in a minute. So.
Alright, game, yeah.
But we're at 8401, 8402, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully you can sync with that. But yeah.
Pedro Porro brings it down. What's he doing? He just stops.
Forster smashes it long. Tottenham hoping for a smash and grab here with 6 minutes to play. Headed forwards by, I think that's Benacer. Or Krunic, actually. Someone like that. This is Esmail Benacer. To Diaz.
Find a goal.
Benacer. Can he cross? Nope. Goes back to Diaz. Back to Benacer. Back to Diaz. Back to Benacer. And that's out for Milan.
Is it full time yet?
Yeah, full time. Bayern Munich 2, PSG 0. Bayern progress in the Champions League. And here's that Davinson Sanchez moment. Nope, not a foul. Teo Hernandez stamps the floor next to him. That's why nothing was awarded. They both sort of spun around near each other. But yeah, and you can end the poll as well in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, well.
You could throw in a cheeky, will Tottenham find a late winner if you want. For everyone to write no.
I'd put no.
Just put no, 3 no's. So we get a variety. Teo Hernandez. Leao. Chance forward is blocked. Leao still with possession. Can he cross? He's taking it to the corner. He's happy just to hold it here. Rafael Leao to Tonali. Tries to get it to Leao, but it's a big challenge from Højbjerg. It's never a good sign when you need a goal with 5 minutes when you're defending. Højbjerg tries the ball over the top. Richarlison flicks it away from Heung-min Son. And now Kalulu can come forward with the ball.
Okay, will Tottenham find a winner?
I've just slapped the no on there.
No!
You smell Benacer.
Everyone's got...
Benacer! And it's a big
I want to
save
say
from Forster.
100% no.
No, vote what you want, but vote
No. All of it no. Because Tottenham are rubbish.
Yeah. Pedro Porro.
What is it so far?
3 votes, 100%.
3 votes, 100%.
Kane is
always
stopped
nearly
by
in.
Tomori.
Tottenham now score, we're going to like idiots. But never mind.
No, because they're Tottenham, so that's
Yeah.
That's what we like to say.
Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham
Don't sing that till they actually get battered.
See if they've drawn 0-0. How dull. At least PSG went out with style.
I don't think losing 2-0 is stylish.
No, there was goals. It was exciting. I wasn't
Son.
going out because you drew 0-0 at home.
Youngmin Son.
There's no urgency. There's a bit of
Perisic.
urgency.
Ball forwards. Richarlison flicks it to Pedro Porro. Porro. Richarlison. Try to take it past
Right idea, didn't
Tomori.
work.
But Tomori is a unit and does not allow it. Davinson Sanchez flicks it forward. Diaz boots it in the air. That's poor from Ben Davies. Surprisingly. And Leao takes the last 2 and then gets fouled.
He's genuinely been assaulted by Højbjerg there.
Yeah. Genya, nothing to say. Tottenham just doing what I expect from Tottenham. Looks like the change is on its way for AC, by the way. The fourth official just sorting out his board for some other reason, maybe.
Just fancy playing with the numbers. Pressing them, making them light up different colours. Milan on a single corner. 21 attempts between the two teams. Nothing's happened. What a boring game. Boring Tottenham.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised.
2 minutes to go. Pioli's first time. Do you know what? Should we put on New Zealand Sri Lanka cricket?
Oh, nah, I'd rather watch Tottenham.
Be more interesting. This is
cricket.
Rebic is coming on for.
Ante Rebic, another attacking
Yes,
option. I imagine this will be Leao off then. Surprising, because Leao keeps picking up the ball high up the pitch and just sort of running into...
I mean, tonight's the most interesting game of Champions League action, but next weekend's Champions League action should be very, very interesting.
Well, yeah, we've got Leipzig, Man City, where that game will reach a conclusion of some sort. On the same night, it'll be Napoli versus Frankfurt. And then the other night is Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Liverpool must score 3 goals away from home.
It's not way around. Isn't it Napoli?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And then into Porto on the same night as City Leipzig.
Yeah.
Again, similar situation to this week. If Inter Porto goes to extra time, I don't think we'll stay on unless we're really fancying it. And there's loads of people in chat going, "Oh, you got to stay on." But Napoli, Frankfurt. If Frankfurt somehow turn that around, we'll probably keep watching.
A cracking game. If Frankfurt managed to turn that around.
Yeah.
Or if Liverpool turn it around, then obviously we're going to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That'll be.
That goes without saying. City, Leipzig, Liverpool, wherever they go extra time, we will be here for it.
Yeah.
You got to imagine a game will go to extra time, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be this one.
Unless Tottenham, I mean, how many minutes out of time are we going to get? We could get quite a few.
It's the closest one, isn't it? I guess City Leipzig could be 1-1 and just stay that way. Or they both score another one. Pedro Porro's falling over, trying to run forwards.
He just tried running forwards and just slipped.
Just fallen.
Oh dear. Richarlison. Falls it back to Davies. Oh, it's shocking. Poor pass. And now here come Milan. Leao, 6 minutes of added time on the clock. Origi. Benacer. Back to Benacer. Oh, that's brilliant.
He takes it past a couple of players and he comes inside.
Tonali.
Tottenham are the only team where the opposition genuinely go, let's not take the ball to the corner because that's where all their players are. Let's stand in the middle of the pitch where no one is.
Genuinely, there's no
Tonali. Hernandez. There's no pressure. Right. AC are just passing it about.
Yeah, look at them.
Slow as. And Tottenham are just nothing. I get they're a man down, but come on.
Bit of energy. You're also a goal down on aggregate. You need a goal. You're just watching.
Joke. I mean,
brilliant
Diaz.
football. Origi. Oh, he scores on the pitch.
100%.
Divock Origi scores in
smashes
Premier
it
League
forwards.
Stadium again.
5 minutes to play of the additional 6.
Just, look at it, it's so casual.
Adrian Price, come on, by the way. He should
And
get
he's
into that
assaulted
first.
Rebic. Oh, it's just brilliant. His name barely fits on his shirt. Conte's crying in the rain. He's going to go back to Italy. He's had enough. He's going to, you know, Alan Smith.
And Tottenham fans leaving early.
Don't blame them.
If Tottenham score now.
Oh, they're going to hate themselves.
I think they already do. They're Tottenham fans.
Yeah. Why not support a football club?
Yeah.
Why do you?
Why would you? Why, but more general talk on football fans. Why would you leave 4.5 minutes to go? Tottenham need a goal. Are they that unconfident in their team?
Absolutely chucking it down.
And
But,
4 minutes.
yeah, if you stood through the 92nd minute, you're already soaked. So you might as well just.
I don't think they're leaving because it's a bit wet. I think they're probably leaving because they want to beat the traffic.
They are probably the tears.
It's
not raining. It's all they're all crying.
Unless you've got a shift on A&E at 3 a.m.
Which you probably
surely
are.
you can take off.
That's a foul.
You can be 20 minutes late on your journey, and that's going to be a free kick and a chance now for Tottenham. Malik Tior.
Tior.
Do you call him Eeyore?
They call him Theor.
Alright.
Eeyore.
Not the fucking donkey thing from the post.
Eeyore. That was a donkey-like tackle, that though.
Harsh.
Stupid decision. Son's
Hey,
good with the ball.
Malik Tior cooked for me on
Pedro
loan
Porro
at best.
wants it to be a quick pass to him out on the right. I'm Son. I'm not even looking at him.
It will go out right, won't it? Rather than just putting the ball in the box.
It'll go left to a standing on the left, and they'll shoot. They'll smash it over the bar.
Son. Somehow get out of the Tottenham Hotspur
Is he going to
Stadium.
shoot? They're praying. Tottenham fans are praying.
I don't think
how's
God
that
can
man
help
not
you,
got a coat
mate.
on?
Unit.
Son. Ball in.
Kane! Oh, what a save! Mike
Moynihan.
Moynihan gets down to it well. They actually put the ball in the box. It
Off
almost
the line,
results.
it doesn't have
Sanchez
to
has killed
murder,
someone.
man.
Advantage is played. Tonali, ball forwards. Here comes Teo Hernandez. Can he find the right pass? Origi takes the ball. Origi! Oh, it's against the post. Just claimed that well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Spun it around his head and stuff, but Origi.
But Harry Kane at the other end, he denied off the line by Mike Moynihan.
Richarlison.
That's a foul. What's going on?
I don't know.
Pioli's on the pitch.
Origi almost scored. He's on the pitch.
Tior's that's why he's there. He's ready to run on. Tior's
Tottenham gonna lump this forward again. Kane
can't.
can't believe he missed that chance. Skip. Højbjerg. Less than 3 minutes now. Almost 2 minutes to play. Sanchez flicks on. Højbjerg.
Yeah, it's Højbjerg.
Damn it to Sanchez. Son misses
he
it.
can't edit.
And now look, basically can break once
got
more.
no one back.
Tonali.
Rebic is in the middle.
Oh, and he's fouled
Skips
by
and
on the
murders a human.
skin. And that's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, they cast left, right, and centre now because everyone's just fouling each other because they got all to run.
Something to be careful because I don't have any players
what a
left.
save from Mike Moynihan.
It just gets down to it well and
Tattoo
uses the
Sane
turf.
doesn't save that.
No. Uses the turf to his advantage as well. Just pushes it down into it.
World class goalkeeper.
Conte can't believe it.
And that's going to keep AC Milan in the lead.
I reckon he's got a suitcase about the changing rooms. Straight on a flight
He's gone.
to Italy.
Guys, there's already a taxi outside with all his belongings and his family in it. He's ready to go.
He says ciao and off he is.
He's going to go to the change room on the top of to go, I'm ill, and just leave.
Doesn't even bother going in the change room and telling them. He just gets to leave.
Big tackle.
The chance
There's a
of
man
flying
down.
in
There's
for
another
Tottenham.
foul there.
They're passionate with the tackles, but they can't.
Why has he kicked it out? Why was Forster kicked it out
I don't think
for?
it's intentional. I think he's tried to kick it forwards.
Well, he's got
That's
grey
the
hair. He's got grey beard.
He didn't before he went for Tottenham. That's what I'm saying. That's what Tottenham does to you.
How's a man
He's
with
gone
grey hair
grey.
still playing in the Premier League?
Anyway, we didn't give a player of the match, did we, for Bayern PSG? And nothing's happening here, so.
Eric Matteson, Chupa,
Yeah.
Matting.
Okay. I'll go with Matthias Lit because
Yeah,
he
fair enough,
was sensational and he kept him back.
Champions League scored, that's what matters.
This game, I've not watched it, but Origi.
Is it good? I'll give it to Mike Moynihan just that one.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Oh, that kid's tried to be that. You remember that
Yeah.
Tottenham kid who gave the ball to Kane and then they took the throw in
ball
quickly
in
and
from
they
Day is
scored.
horrific from Ben.
That kid tried to do the same thing there and
Davies.
it's not worked. In fact, he got in the way of the ball and it's gone to shit. And now, here come AC Milan on the counter.
Why is he slowing down for?
Why would you try?
He's just come as a sub.
Ball in.
Oh, where?
And there we go. AC have done it.
AC are through.
Tottenham 0, Milan 0.
Exciting.
1-0 to Milan on aggregate. Tottenham, the most boring team on planet Earth, and now they're out of the Champions League. And Tottenham will go trophyless for yet another season.
We have to watch them play in the Champions League ever again. Well, until next year.
Yep.
Unless they don't qualify.
That's now guaranteed 15 years since Tottenham have last won a trophy. Solid that. But yeah, that's what we're called tonight. We're back on Sunday for Fulham versus Arsenal. Don't know if my chat hasn't I will just read out my chat, see if anyone has said goodbye potentially.
No.
Oh yeah, loads of people have been saying stuff I've completely missed because my chat's not reloaded. But yeah, I called Bayern 2-0 in the chat. Fair enough. Junior did do that, to be fair. So shout out Junior. But yeah, that is all from us today. Back Sunday for Arsenal versus Fulham. Should be a good game. And yeah, predictions Friday. Go check out the podcast from this morning and yesterday if you haven't already. Loads of content has gone out already this week. But that is all from us today. Thank you all very much for watching and we'll see you next time.